Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah, finally here. Yeah, good evening, bitch. What's up, baby? Mm-hmm. We up in here. Yeah, so we're gonna finish where we left off from yesterday. Get up in here, y'all. Come on, y'all. We y'all it. Thank you for hitting the likes. Yeah, man. These kids, they be driving you nuts. So yeah, we gonna finish where we left off yesterday with the Joe Brown. But one of my subscribers hit me up today and told me that we should look at the rest of the Lavelle and Jedediah Brown. Look at the rest of that to the end because she said he gonna be saying some stuff. Cause mind you, I didn't play the whole thing. It's only like probably like about I want to say about 15 minutes probably left on that. But we gonna play that after the Joe Brown. We gonna finish with the Joe Brown and see what's going on. Finish with this, and then we gonna check that last piece out that she was telling me about. But she said it got good, so we will see. We will see. Yes, but thank you for coming through. Um, yeah, we gonna yeah, you okay? You sound- Girl, my son, he just pissed me off, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll get over it. Shit, you know how you be trying to tell these kids something and they don't want to freaking listen. They just don't want to listen. But that's no here nor there. I ain't trying to. I'm gonna be okay in the free. Just let me get myself together. But thanks for Xing. Yes, yes. Thanks for Xing. You just messed my whole little disposition up. Like talking crazy. Yeah, but let's get up in there. Let's get up in there right now. So, like I said, we're gonna finish with the Judge Joe Brown stuff because I'm quite sure it got juicy. I don't know how juicy it got, but we about to find out. We is about to find out. We gonna fuck around and find out right now. Yes, honey.
She does, that's a criminal act, and you're presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. But the fact of the matter is it looks very suspicious, and somebody for the state of Illinois outside of the township ought to be looking into the matter
This is a
because
long piece, y'all. I didn't realize this was almost 3 hours. God damn.
there's likely to
That's
be
killing
something
me.
found. But Illinois is replete with all sorts of, shall we say, questionable activities where somebody gets back in, back in, back in, and all they're doing is under the table, over here, over there. So it does look highly suspicious. And what you have to do is execute a public relations campaign so people will understand what they're dealing with. There is an old political science thing that deals with propaganda. That one says tell a lie, long liar to believe it. Well, it works even more swiftly with the truth. So just keep putting it out and you'll find that eventually, in just a very scant few weeks, people will start coming back with
in Dalton.
Park District members say they believe they are being targeted by Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Dane Platt.
On playgrounds. The other two apparently for installing brand new playground equipment.
So every year we replenish the mulch in the park to ensure that the safety of the kids are playing on a safe surface by playing on some healthy mulch. And we do this every year.
Have they ever asked for a permit before? But it's not just mulch. They Henyard is holding up two major grants totaling $600,000 for park improvements. One from Blue Cross Blue Shield Department of Natural Resources by refusing to issue the permits needed to proceed with the work.
We have gone to the village for permitting and they have been unresponsive. I have a project manager that is working on that and they just refuse to give us the permits.
Dalton Park District Director Stephanie
Echo. Really? Toast that away. Oh, when? That is fish stomach. Something wrong with that lady for real. Right, that part. Okay. Mm. Yeah. Yep. Mhm. You can't hear? That's better. All right, my bad, y'all. I told y'all I was gonna try to go out. It stayed long as it could. Okay. All right, let me bring it back up. Here we go. Sort of, oh no, we won't go to this, we won't go to that. I think that, if this individual is not careful, she could be the one taking the brunt end of maybe even a bigger picture. You never know. I mean, of course I don't know anything. I'm just saying that it seems to me that once you start walking this type of line or this type of tightrope, that you'd almost better be careful or certain that you don't go to the right or left, that you keep on the path that I mean, say for example, there is a Papa Geppetto. I don't know that there is, but it almost appears that there is somebody moving some strings there. I'm going to go on ahead and allow, well, I do have a question that came from somebody, King BJ. He asked a question and I'm going to ask it for him, but I think you guys may have already answered it. He wanted to know, after you guys have noticed certain things that are happening,
certain things that are going on with the misappropriation of funds, if you guys had put anything in place. But I believe you answered that because you basically said, hey, yeah, we did. When we saw this amount was going out, we put a cap. It was a $1,500 cap. And then after the $1,500 cap, there were ways that were being circumvented to go around that cap and to do other things. How has this affected the ability for the village and its citizenry to be supported in any of the things that are needed? Because I do remember seeing some of the torn up fire hydrants, but I believe some of those have been replaced. I'm not sure about your roads. I'm not sure about, is there anything lacking in your city, despite the fact that you may be broke? You go ahead.
I guess that's the disheartening part for us. When we, because it was maybe 2.5 years ago and I was saying it in a joking manner at the time. So I didn't know it was absolutely true. And 2 and 3 years later, it was still stand correct. But when I said no one would save us, it started out as a joke after the recall when it didn't go through and we were saying, hey, we're crying for help. It was at one point, we even had the residents were inquiring, saying, okay, at this point, who's right, who's wrong, or what are we doing as a village? When we talk about us lacking things, we think about, or our demand for transparency is much bigger than anyone could imagine because we live here, right? Because we live here, we know that some things makes no sense.
They're cutting out.
You'll find something gets interesting or critical, there seem to be peculiar malfunctions.
Go ahead. Go ahead. He's right.
Yeah, go ahead. You cut out, ladies. We couldn't hear.
Oh, we cut out. Okay. I don't know how much you heard, but for the
16, 17 seconds worth of just cut out. You froze. We couldn't hear a thing.
Okay, so I'll go back.
Okay.
Because we live here, it becomes disheartening and sad when we see the lack of prioritizing with the spending. So it's one thing for us to continue to beg for the information, right? Say, hey, this is a lack of transparency. Our job as trustees, that's one of our main jobs, to manage the finances. So when we see that they are putting lights, Christmas lights on Sibley to decorate the town, and I know as a trustee, and I know that I've heard from other trustees that there are residents saying that they have been without lights for months. That becomes a problem, right? It becomes a real problem for myself because I know that it's more of a priority and a safety concern for the residents. So how do we tell a resident, well, hey, because a resident called and they said, well, trustee, I was told when I called in to the village that the reason why we weren't able to get lights on our blocks is because the trustees didn't make the payment. And that becomes frustrating when we know that not only is this the furthest thing from the truth, but when we know that the real issue is that because they spent money getting lights put up on Sibley, that's money that's not being spent towards the lights that the residents need on their blocks. Like, it's a real safety concern when we hear her say that she wants us to spend money or allocate money for a swimming pool, and we have residents that have a swimming pool in their basement every time it floods. When we see that there are firefighters saying that they're not getting the compensation that they deserve, and we know that there are other employees who are getting 10 times the compensation that they're supposed to, right? So those are the things that becomes frustrating for us, because I feel like a lot of America is watching, and it's a lot of pressure when you have a situation like this and you're doing all that you can do, and every time you turn around, you're trying to make a change that will hopefully stop some of this nonsense. And time again, the administration continued. So all we can do is shed light on the issue, and that's what we're continuing to do.
May I make another suggestion?
Sure.
The things that you're saying, see if you can get some citizens to go together, to go in with each other and rent some billboards and put this up in strategic locations on the main thoroughfares of the township. So her wrongdoing or the allegations are up there for everybody to look at. I have a sneaking suspicion that she will quickly exceed her authority and try to get them snatched down. And she will take retaliatory action against the billboard companies or the people that own the billboard spaces, which enlist more people in your cause. One other thing about the Lightfoot situation, an observation down here in the South, the country, is if the chicken coop is getting robbed, you don't bring in the fox to look into it. You don't bring in the coyote. You bring in a shepherd, or you bring in the collie to take a look. So, word up on that.
In tandem with that, what I want to do is just segue immediately to one of the Dalton meetings where Lori Lightfoot was involved, and how she was not able to speak, how they cut the sound. Here we go. Let's take a look at this. This is the Dalton meeting with Tiffany Henyard. Lori Lightfoot turns into chaos. And this is not something that is uncommon lately. You all have had more chaos at your meetings than I have ever seen, but here we go.
Also breaking tonight, one of the most chaotic meetings in Dalton that we've seen yet. Police had to stop it from getting physical.
Let's get right to political reporter Paris Schutz and the showdown between Lori Lightfoot and Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Paris.
Dawn and Scott, that showdown is continuing outside of Dalton Village Hall. Trustees voted 4-2 to override Mayor Henyard's veto and reinstate Mayor Lori Lightfoot's investigation into Henyard's spending into that 2023 trip to Las Vegas. And as you mentioned, soon after that vote, things just broke down into utter chaos. Multiple sides shouting obscenities at each other. Cops had to step in and break it up. This is right after Henyard and her allies tried to block Lightfoot from getting up and making some brief remarks. Eventually, Lightfoot got her mic turned on, and here's a little bit of what she had to say.
Thank you. What I will say is that it's an honor to be working on behalf of the residents of Dalton. We are not resting on
you was once a mayor too. You should not even be disrespectful like that.
Clear the
room! Clear the room, guys. This means adjourn. Everybody out.
So 2 hours of absolute contention here. Lots of residents voicing their concerns. Earlier today, Mayor Henyard had the block in front of Village Hall cordoned off, making it very difficult for folks to get here, especially if you were senior or disabled. So Lightfoot's investigation, at least according to trustees, is back on now. It's going to focus into Henyard's spending of village resources, as well as that 2023 trip to Las Vegas. And Henyard doesn't believe the investigation is legal. Now, residents lined up hours before the meeting. They got in, they packed the Village Hall, and they let their feelings about Mayor Henyard be known.
And you're not going to understand until they put those cuffs on you. You're not going to understand it. You don't care. But baby, they on to you.
It is a shame that we, the public, can't ask you anything about the BMWs, the Range Rovers, all of that. It's like you're keeping all of that hidden from the taxpayers, and we pay for those.
You guys are following fiction, a made-up story. It is a smear campaign going on right now.
So as you can see right outside Dalton Village Hall here on MLK Drive in the village of Dalton, residents still fuming, still voicing their concerns to police officers. Police officers had to keep the peace as the meeting erupted into chaos. But the news out of this meeting, trustees vote 4-2 against Mayor Henyard. They reinstate Lightfoot's investigation into things that the FBI is also probing right now. A lot of things happening here in Dalton. And Dawn and Scott will continue to follow it in the days to come, but now we go back to you.
So my question is does this work at all? Having them step in, having the FBI step in, has it, of course you guys aren't getting any feedback as yet, but what do you guys think will happen as a collective when you all put these things in place and put Lightfoot in place? And now obviously the FBI has nothing to do with you, but of course it's just what the turn of events are. What do you expect to happen?
So of course everybody knows that the FBI takes a long time. What we do know that is in November a grand jury had convened. So that in itself is positive to say that even though these 3.5 years that we've been fighting, because sometimes it takes longer and out of office, they see that there's an issue. A concern with the village administrator, which is I think plays a key part in this.
That's Freeman, right?
That is correct.
I have his bankruptcy pulled up here. Wow.
Yeah, plays a key part in this because as of November, then he filed the bankruptcy in January, meaning that he had already been in front of the grand jury to be indicted in April. Put it together, make it make sense. And you would then, on your bankruptcy, leave out something that was so pertinent is to you work for the Village of Dalton when you're on TV,
national television,
every month. I would say that we want it to happen as soon as possible, something to happen, because we see that the community is draining, bleeding, and I said it before: when you cut and you bleed, eventually you die. I mean, if there's no help, you bleed to death. And right now, we're at a point where we're spending millions of dollars in overtime in police. But we can't.
I saw that one officer literally got paid $13,000 for 1 week.
2 weeks. It was
allegedly 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks. It wasn't alleged. It was 2 week pay. It wasn't alleged at all. It was.
Try to be
nice. We have exempt police officers that's getting overtime, which they've been out of the union for over a year and still getting it because they're on her detail, getting $10,000 checks every 2 weeks. So indirectly, they are draining the community. And of course, they don't live here. So they take their money and go back to wherever they're going. What we want the FBI to do is step in to stop it. We've even put in ordinance to move forward with the state to put us into receivership. Take us out, put it in receivership so y'all can control the finances. But we have to put something in place to stop her. Nobody is stopping her. Nobody, because if you're the mayor and you go to someone, have a meeting and enter into a contract with her, you're entering into a contract with her. You're not going through the proper protocols or enter into the contract with the Village of Dalton, as there should be RFPs and things of once it's a certain amount. So even if you say, well, it's not $50,000 or it's not $25,000, if it's one project and you're paying them $5,000 a month, it has exceeded the project amount and it should have went to RFP. So we have to, at this point, it's a lot of media attention, which that's good because it's putting pressure on it, but she doesn't care about that. You would think that if the FBI gave you subpoenas, you would humble yourself. She don't know nothing about humbling herself.
You know what? She's pathological, seriously. And again, money laundering suggests itself as an allegation that might have some merit. She is acting like she is secure in a sense of being protected.
Like she knows something we don't. Almost,
well,
in my opinion.
It's not so much something that you don't, because you probably suspect it, but she thinks she has this aura of invincibility because of her backers. You're talking about stuff, not saying it's here, but the allegation would be that when you see what you're seeing here, almost invariably there is massive corruption going on. And this is a point where somebody has been focusing on things that say we've been getting a great advantage, but perhaps it's gotten a little bit out of hand. So either rein it in, or if you don't rein it in, somebody might, as is typical, have a strange accident. And not you ladies, but the mayor becomes a liability to the people that are sponsoring her. And they have some very draconian ways of eliminating these liabilities. So one of the speakers said, wait till they put the handcuffs on you. That's almost inevitable, because this kind of thing suggests a strong need to make somebody an example. And this arrogance is astonishing. She's not even trying to deflect anything. She's saying, so what? Do something about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That is absolutely correct. I was going over some of the lawsuits that you guys have, and there are several. There are more lawsuits that you guys have right now that I've never seen. And I've been a human resources director for some pretty large companies. We were sued on several different occasions, but this is by far the most lawsuit. I've never seen this. This is absolutely amazing to me. You all have a gentleman who who's a police officer who observed, in his opinion, another officer doing something illegal as it relates to writing bogus tickets. And that ended up being this really big thing, where he actually, felt like he couldn't trust whomever was there. So he went outside at the state level and he made an anonymous complaint. And then that individual was retaliated against. You got people who were put in sergeant's positions, according to some of the documentation that I've been able to glean offline that was public for my fingers. I didn't use any of my investigative team or anything like that to find them. I literally was able to find them myself. You guys have lawsuits from people who have been made sergeants or overlooked for sergeants' positions, and you guys didn't even vote these individuals in with their promotions. So there are people being put in place with positions in promotions that letter A, according to what is able to be seen online, were not eligible to be promoted to the position that they inevitably received. And B, their test scores did not even bring them into the position of being sergeant. These individuals have now been converted, according to the lawsuit that I was able to read as an example of my point, to sergeants. And you all did not promote these people. Is it my understanding that the board, they are the individuals who are supposed to promote or examine and vote? Is that correct?
Yes. So it should go in front of the Police and Fire Commission first, which we don't even have an operable Police and Fire Commission. Once it goes, there is a list. The list should stay active and available for the public to see for 2 years. There was an original list that was out that was put up, and you are correct by what the allegations have been about people being promoted that was not. When they got a win that we knew that people were being promoted and did not have the accurate test scoring, they went in front of one of the people that were on the Police and Fire Commission and had him change the numbers. Just call it how you see it. So yes, there is a lot of unethical things that
they were changed to 100. Some of these people had very low scores, and they miraculously got hundreds out of hundreds. And then later, according to what is public record, they were promoted without the board or the trustees stepping in and voting. So these are things that's been happening for some time. I mean, some of the lawsuits that I have read are amazing, Judge. They are unbelievable. You even had a young lady who was arrested, and listen, this is what made me, one of my assistants and I were on the phone this morning, and I was just losing it when I got to a point where I found out that somebody on FMLA was fired, was literally fired while on FMLA. And an individual, the young lady that we just saw, was taking flyers off of her vehicle, and flyers that had allegedly fallen. And I say allegedly because I wasn't there, but I'm going by what I see in the lawsuit. She went and she took some flyers that were promoting some type of thing for the seated mayor. And when she took those flyers off of her vehicle, and then others asked her, she'd take them off of theirs too while she's at it and pick some off the ground. This young lady goes back into the building where there was a meeting going on. She threw them in the trash can, and she was arrested because the seated mayor had the police arrest her for removing the flyers. But the flyers were not made by a campaign or anything like that. It was just a general company that was not registered with the state or anything like that for doing campaign information. It was just some of her friends that had printed these up, according to the complaint.
Well, even still,
thrown in jail. Go ahead, sir.
Still, I see something on my car windshield. I can't throw it away. Or somebody says, hey, while you're doing it, take this and off of my car and throw it away too. So that becomes criminal. See, that's abuse of process.
That's abuse of power.
May I ask this question? Has the Board of Trustees filed any action against this woman?
Yes, we had several lawsuits. In total, it's been 9 lawsuits, but there have been for multiple things. We even had to go to court to try to get financial documents. It seems like the judicial
No, not financial documents to get that. Just a petition for a mandamus to get her to follow the law or be removed.
Yes.
Pause.
Yes.
On to the state agencies to say, this is just not right. This is not following the law, and under our obligation, fiduciary responsibility, etc., to the people, we are filing a lawsuit saying this woman has not complied with the law. She must be removed or held accountable for damages to the
Yes,
people.
we filed that in 2022.
So
We've
what
been
happened?
doing this for 3 years. It was thrown out in overtime. Well, I will have to go back and look at the documentation, or we can bring it up. But we have exhausted, and I'll say this so candidly, we have exhausted so many different ways and resources. And like y'all saying, whoever she's protected by, they making sure that our hands are tied as much as any way we go, we're being stopped. And the abuse of power makes it even harder because she uses the police department as a tool of retaliation against the citizens and the residents, which makes them not even want to either be a part or say anything or speak out because they're in fear of retaliation. This has become a gang. This is a whole gang. The Village of Dalton has become a gang, mob action. And if you're not willing to stand up and just constantly, people just in the house like, I don't want to be bothered with that lady. I don't want nobody giving me no ticket for my house. I don't want nobody giving me grass. And like Trustee Norwood said, even in reference to prioritizing stuff, the most of the money we don't have. So all of these people, once we do find out our finances, we're probably going to have way more lawsuits because they're illegal contracts or illegal agreements that's been had. But she said, and I'm going to say this again because I said it on another platform, theft of property. We had property on Greenwood. Without board approval, she has spent $1.3 million on a skating rink that was not approved. You stole the property from the village. That's theft of property. I don't care how you look at it.
Hey, YouTube family, get ready for BET Awards 2024, Culture's biggest night with incredible performances from
Sie geil, Frau Führer. Das ist wunderbar, ja?
He's talking to her.
It's wonderful. Yes. The Fjord. She's the Fjord. Yeah. She's the head.
1934.
Yeah.
Sie geil, Frau Führer. Ja, das ist wunderbar. Ah.
Yes, she is.
She's
Yes,
lost her
she
bloody
is.
mind.
That's what she thinks.
Collapsed into fascism, using the police agency for political and social intimidation. That's a crime, by the way.
The whole entire thing stinks to high heaven. And like I said earlier, Judge, there are so many lawsuits that are absolutely unbelievable. The impunity with which she behaves in going after people, and like you shared, living, dealing with the police department to do these things. There was a young lady, and Judge, you'll have to apprise me as to whether or not this is something that can be done, but according to what I've seen, there was a woman who passed away there in the city she was at a drive-through, and there was an altercation between she and the people at the drive-through. She took out a pipe out of her car and started tapping on the window with the people. The police were called, and this woman was killed. Allegedly, the tapes that were set out for media only showed a portion of it, and according to what was stated, they were not able to see all of the tapes. According to the parents, these tapes from the police body cam were edited. So in other words, they only showed some of the information, according to the family, some of the information, and that they've demanded that all of it be shown. However, here's the deal. According to what has been seen publicly, these police are being used as the mayor's battering ram. Anything that she needs done, they do it. And this stinks of a criminal
conspiracy.
Yes, this to me is the very definition of RICO. The whole entire kit and caboodle. From the lady's daughter being murdered there and run. She actually pushed on the gas to get out of there when one of the cops jumped in and punched her, according to the mom. And I saw the videos. I saw it myself with my own eyes. She ran away, trying to get away. It was a very young lady, and she was afraid. So they jumped. One of the police allegedly jumped in the vehicle. And I say allegedly because even though you see it, we are only able to see a portion of the video. This young lady ended up succumbing to her wounds from the police officer shooting her. But the biggest point that I want to make is, instead of coming out saying, we are so sorry, we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that all the truth is brought to light, no matter if it's our officers or not, that was not said or done. What was done was, you know what, we're sorry for the loss. That particular police officer now works in Florida, to my knowledge. The chief at that time is now in Florida. He's no longer with them. But the point is, I never saw anything with her coming out saying, we're going to do everything that we need to do to get to the bottom of it. She may have. I just haven't been able to find it. It's this type of personality. Go ahead.
That's what we call frou-frou. That doesn't get directly to the issue. It's abuse of authority. See, I have a sneaking suspicion that a lot of what she does, there is no justification under law for her doing, or no authorization for her to do. And somebody mentioned this, the BMWs and the fancy cars and such like that have been acquired for her use. That's kind of strange in the municipality that's damn near bankrupt.
I think she's on something.
Anyway, you might try to get a justification. You might try another kind of lawsuit, just suing her to recover the funds, and she didn't go through the process. Obviously, the vehicle's more than $15,000, $100-some thousand, $200,000. Did she seek authorization from the Board of Trustees for that expenditure? And if not, sue her personally for misappropriation of public funds.
And while you're at it, try getting her for this one here. We're going to put this up because you, Judge, mentioned this earlier, and I wanted to play this specifically for you. So this is something that needs to be addressed, which I'm sure you already have tried. Let's go.
We can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
Okay.
Why you said you won't know?
Is in Markham with more on that story.
You have been led astray. You have been bamboozled. You have been fooled.
Dalton, not the only community concerned about self-titled super mayor Tiffany Henyard.
And if she speaks out loud one more time, you remove her.
The mayor of Markham questioning her decisions and her leadership. Henyard has dual roles, mayor and Thornton Township supervisor.
I don't want you guys to
standing with
comment
the
on
full
this
force
because they had
of
nothing
this
to do with it.
government here. And I don't see that happening in Thornton Township. I don't see it happening in Dalton either.
17 communities make up Thornton Township, representing more than 158,000 people. And this township, also a taxing body. Right now, the township is without a budget. It was to be approved May 31st, but was tabled.
That budget needs to be looked into much deeper.
Aldermen say they are being inundated with calls from taxpayers.
I hear it every day. There's no transparency within our township.
Henyard is at the center of a wide-ranging federal investigation and a number of lawsuits.
You know, at some point, there needs to be some oversight, and someone has to get to the bottom of what and why these things are happening.
Questions are also being raised about Henyard using taxpayer dollars for personal expenses, including her makeup artist. This itemized payroll sheet for the township from May of last year lists Brandon Moman as an administrative assistant. But when we reached out to him, he told us he's Henyard's makeup artist. Chris Gonzalez is a Thornton Township trustee.
Once again, a long series, unfortunately, of things that just seem to be done incorrectly or possibly illegally.
We reached out to Henyard's administration for comment, but didn't hear back. Today, Governor Pritzker shared his thoughts on Tiffany Henyard and whether the state should step in.
There is an investigation that's been called for, and now I know there was a veto that was overridden that will now allow that investigation to go forward.
I'm going to go ahead and cut that portion off, but here's what I wanted to say about that, about the whole thing. Here's what I want to know. I would love to find out how much land is there and if there are any immigrant or migrant buildings being built there. Do you guys have any new construction going on that you all don't know about, or anywhere in the township? Is there any new construction? No? Okay. Let me tell you what I think. This is what I think, just looking at it the way that I do with the seer's eye. I believe that you guys may have a lot of land there, or something's going on there where people are able to get their money's worth by coming in right now, lining somebody's pockets, and then just going to go ahead and build up whatever they want. And I'm going to say that. I could be off, I could be wrong, but I'm just telling you what my gut feels. And in tandem with that, I do believe that it's the pay to play. I believe that somebody playing and somebody paying, somebody playing and somebody paying. And I just really feel like when I look at, not that he's in you all's back, in your city, but when I look at the Gonzalez gentleman from over there, where Zuccarelli position was made available, he's part and parcel of the reason why she's even in that position. He's part and parcel of the reason why she's the supervisor. And this is, again, from an outsider looking in. I don't know if I'm accurate or not. I just feel like it was just too much of a convenience that, at old dark 30, there she was, and there he was to utilize her name to become the supervisor, as opposed to letting it go before the people and letting them vote for who they wanted to become, Zuccarelli's successor. So I think that there's a lot.
That's true. That's absolutely true, because he had a contract with the Village of Dalton. So that people don't tell all of the story. They tell that's absolutely true. He had a contract with the Village of Dalton, so he did make it his business to do it because he was benefiting from it. So
I didn't know that.
So of course he has now turned when he sees things are going on. But yes, he's benefiting, and that is the problem, that people that are benefiting directly and aligning their pockets, they turn the blind eye not to all of this. This corruption that's going on, and that is the biggest problem that we're having out here.
So to me, it just seems like part of what's going on in America as a whole, viewers and ladies and gentlemen that are in the chat, what it appears to me that in the United States as a whole is that we got a lot of stuff where people are, and I'm not going to bite my tongue. I'm almost 60 years old. I'm going to say what I got to say. Here it is. Okay. And this is not from the young ladies. This is not for Judge. This is me saying this. Okay. The way that I see it right now is America is on a downward trajectory. And as it goes down, everybody who got a pocket that's open with a hand who can grab is grabbing everything they can grab. They're grabbing everything that they can grab within their purview. They're sticking it in their pockets as America goes down. Now, what I'll tell everybody that's in the chat and that's going to be watching along, whether it's in the replay or not, is if you have a local city that you are involved in or you're not involved in. If you're not involved in it, you need to get involved in it. You need to deal with who you guys are voting in, and you need to check their background. Okay. If you see somebody that was arrested for X, Y, or Z, and I don't care to coin a phrase if it was stealing a penny candy, you need to make sure that that person is not put in place. That's the first thing. And the second thing is don't worry about the federal elections. If in your city there is corruption that could be that could be the undoing of your very town. Okay. Get it together. Look at the people that you guys are voting in, deal with their backgrounds, find out who they're affiliated with, find out who sponsors them, and then look at the sponsors. Find out who sponsored the sponsor. Okay. Are these people from this town? Because in my personal impression, I don't believe this girl is from this town. Again, this is just a little old lady. Okay. All right. Down here, down south. I don't believe this girl is from this place. That's exactly what I feel. I believe she was a transplant, just like a whole lot of other. Ossoff was a transplant down there in Georgia when I was living in Georgia. I believe this is something that is orchestrated. And if she don't play the game right, baby, I believe she's going to be the one going ta-ta, bye-bye, a clink, clink, double-breasted bracelets. Go ahead. I'll let whomever needs to speak, because I'm about to get myself in some stuff, but I'm used to that.
No, you're fine. I know Trustee Belcher, she actually has to go, so we're going to kind of wait for our part 2, right?
Yes. We talked about the part 2. Yes.
Now I do have one thing to add about part 2, but
let me give you the screen. Go ahead.
I ultimately want to say that I know that we've been talking a lot about the chaos that we're enduring at the moment, and we all know the saying, "This too shall pass." Right. So I want to just remind, even for the residents of Dalton, because we all live here. This is our town. So even with what's going on, when you hear people talking about where you live, you're like, wait, let's make it clear that our town is worth saving. Our residents deserve the very best. And even though we've been through a lot these last few years, one thing that I can say about our town is that we learned that we're better together, right? So even with how this all happened and all of the things that's transpiring, what we've gained from this is trustees, we've gained sister and brotherhood, right? Because once upon a time, I didn't know Trustee Belcher. So we have had some very positive things that have taken place through all of this. And I want to make sure that that is put out there also. I want to make it clear that even though these last 3 years we've been going through chaos, there's been a lot of great things coming out of this town. We have our initiative that we've been doing for the last few years. We actually have a garage sale. You can tell them about that, Trustee Belcher. Is that right?
So we have a community garage sale. It is June 29th, which is Saturday coming up from 10 to 2. And what we're doing is we try to make sure that we are do intergovernmental agreements with the park, with the library, because we all should be working together as governmental and elected officials. And we want to make sure that the community, and like Trustee Norwood said, the community is coming together. So through this all, it's been positive. So if anyone is interested, those that are watching, we are having a community garage sale. Just clean out your house, make you some money. There's a lot of different, we do Tea with the Trustees, which is every second Saturday of the month, because people that come to the meetings realize that they can't get any of their questions answered. So we make it our business that when they do come to Tea with the Trustees, if there's something that we could answer or expound on or try to get them some help or the resources, we provide that information. So as she said, it's bad. It's definitely bad in the governmental eye, but as a community, it's making us stronger. It's making us stronger, and it's making people that haven't even never thought about politics before looking at us like, okay, I see what's going on, and they're getting involved. And we need that in the African American community, because most of us, until it happens to us directly, we don't get involved. And that's,
Well,
that's
I
a big
agree.
part.
I agree. I agree. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Is this mayor elected?
Yes.
Did it
She's
ever dawn on anybody it doesn't make sense for this type of person to be reelected?
Absolutely. We have February of 2025.
I'm going someplace else. Consider that she may not have been elected, that there's fraud in the process. That's been occurring all over the country in spite of the denials. You've got somebody in place who is facilitating a lot of money, and I think, host, ma'am, you have touched on something. There's a lot of money to be made by putting up installations to house illegals who are brought into unsuspecting communities, and somebody may be thinking about the enormous amount of money. Somebody's probably telling her to back off a little bit because it's getting a little weird, but they don't care because accidents happen. But maybe she's not really been elected.
Well, I know.
I'm going to say this. I'm not sure how this all took place, right? But what I can say is you're absolutely right in regards when you say that we want to pay more attention to our voting, right? So for all the Dalton residents, election time is next year, February of 2025. So although we've gotten to a point where we feel as if this is coming to an end, we will need all of the residents in Dalton to assist us with making this possible. We're in the midst of having a trunk party initiative. So if we have any Dalton residents out there, we do have a trunk party initiative where if there are any high school students that have graduated and they are having a trunk party this summer, getting ready to leave for school, we are supporting them. We want them to know that at the end of the day, they have an entire village behind them, because it takes a village. So for non-Dalton residents, even, I know the people are always asking, how can they help? How can they help? If you all could follow our Dalton Trustees page on YouTube to see how you can assist. You can go to, I have my Facebook page, Trustee Elect, I have to fix it, Brittany Norwood. You can always support us via the Trunk Party Initiative. Also, my number is 708-968-4297. And my email address is bnorwood@vodalton.org. So through it all, and since we've all come together worldwide, right? Because it didn't just make us better as a community, it made us better worldwide. Any help, any love, we do appreciate all the love. We receive a lot of emails, we receive a lot of phone calls. We thank everyone, and just know, Dalton residents, that we are better together. We're going to get through this. We only have until February, and as long as we all stick together, we're going to have some new beginnings, great beginnings.
Very good. I'm so appreciative of both of you ladies for joining Judge Joe and myself today. I do hope that you all will not be strangers, that anytime you have something you'd like to share, that you come on and you guys, your voices be heard. Conversely, if the mayor is watching, or some of her cohorts or friends, or people on her team, and you want to come and you want to share and you want to talk, you're welcome to as well. But I do want everybody to know that I try to be as fair and balanced as I can. And if I don't have enough good stuff to pull about you, I'll pull what I find and I'll share that. You can share the rebuttal if you choose to, but I believe that that's fair and it's balanced. I do again want to thank everyone that you all brought with you today that have joined us. And I want to tell them as well not to be strangers. If you've not put that thumbs up, go ahead and thumbs up, thumbs down if you don't like it. And if you've not joined us as far as being a subscriber to any of the channels that you're joining us on today, you feel free to do that as well. Now, here's what I want to say to you ladies. As I shared with you in the very beginning, I will be interceding for you, for your families, to make sure that, you know what, that as many of us that can come together and to intercede and trust that this situation will clear itself up and just forthcome, that there will be transparency forthcoming. That's what I truly hope for you all. And I don't want you all to lose a moment's sleep about any of this. I want you to remember that what happened yesterday is done. You can't worry about tomorrow. The only thing you can deal with is right now today and walking in integrity to the best of your ability. Judge, do you have any closing remarks with the ladies before they leave?
Stay strong. Keep it up.
Thank you. Now, Judge, I do have.
Go ahead.
I do have something for you, Judge. So we've been looking at this barbecue sauce in the bag, and we've agreed that we're going to purchase some to support. But I was wondering if you could grill, Judge, because I heard you right there in Tennessee, Trustee Belcher and all the other trustees. You can take a road trip.
I've been working on this stuff for more than 40 years. We brought in a guy named Chef Damon, who is one of Beyonce's personal chefs, to clean it up so you can sell it in Whole Foods. But yeah, I can barbecue.
They say they want to take a road trip, Judge.
Well,
It's only fair, Judge. I thought we'd been through.
We might deal with that. I can do the queue, no doubt about it. I mean, I used to not fire up unless I was going to do a whole piece at a time. So, yeah, I've got and yeah, I can do this. One time at the LA Coliseum, they had men who cook, and I think we had 4,200 people came in through the booth, cooked enough for that. One time with the show on the 1000th episode, there were 120 slabs of baby backs, 25 slabs of beef ribs, 10 briskets, and 15 shoulders, and 7 gallons of sauce that we went through. And contractors or vendors were trying to come in and swipe some of it. So yeah, it works. You'll like it, really. It's
you really will like it. I love it. As a matter of fact, I'm about to order some more. It is really good. And for those of you who don't know, there's a link down below in the description, or you can take it from this next commercial we're about to show. Ladies, again, thank you so very much. I appreciate both of you. Thank you for sharing the time and going over as you have. But again, we just want to thank you and say you're welcome to come anytime you choose. Okay.
Thank you.
And I'm calling y'all back again.
Yes,
Here we go with the commercial. Go ahead.
Any real estate needs, any life insurance needs on a personal note.
Okay, calling y'all. All right, here we go.
Hey everyone, it's me, Felicia of the Lockhart Perspective and Headlines with a Voice. I want to tell you a little secret. This is what I used to do because I don't do it anymore. I would go to the store, buy the barbecue sauce, pour it inside of a bowl, put a whole bunch of different spices, a dash of brown sugar, a dash of maple, and a dash of mustard, stir it all around, and everybody would be like, oh my gosh, this is the best, this is the best. But I was exhausted after all of that. And a lot of times I couldn't remember how many dashes of what I put in it. But I don't have to do that anymore because now I just go to Judge Joe Brown's website and I order his 3-pack of bottled barbecue sauce. It is by far the best. And I do mean the best barbecue sauce I've ever eaten. And when you go to his website,
It's the website.
You'll see
It's right
exactly
here.
what I mean.
I wrote it
Head on
down.
over to jjbbq.com and order Judge Joe Brown's barbecue sauce. You'll be glad you did. And you're going to tell me about it. I know you will.
Okay, the ladies are leaving, and Judge, I just want to again thank you. I definitely want to have a conversation.
So y'all get over there and get some of that barbecue sauce. I got the website where you can get it from. So we definitely got a hiccup. The motherfucker, yeah. My birthday coming up. My birthday is fucking. We ain't gonna have no barbecue sauce for my birthday. We gonna have some motherfucking baby, what is it? Baby Ray's, baby Ray. Yeah, that's what we gonna be doing. If I decide to cook out, I don't know. I'm thinking about getting some crabs and like, hey, like a little like a broil. I don't know. It's still up. It's up and it's stuck. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing for my birthday, but it's coming. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe for my birthday. I told y'all I'm trying to get to 500. Help me! It's my birthday. Help me! Help me! So anyway, yo, how did y'all like that? How did y'all like the interview? I put the link in the chat. I got the website for the barbecue sauce. Y'all want me to put it in chat? Jackie, it's not a number. It's a website. But you can also order it on Amazon too. You want me to put it in the chat? Let me put it in the chat, y'all. Y'all crazy. Y'all wasn't writing it down. Oh, y'all make me sad. Where's my dot? All right, I put it in the chat. No, you gotta hit the link. I can't hear you, girl. I only can read what you're saying. I put the link up there if you want. I'm gonna put it up there again, and then you can get on with me before I go to my next segment. Because I'm going to play the rest of the Jedediah because one of my subscribers wanted me to play the rest. So I'm gonna play the rest of yesterday from the Jedediah situation. So yeah. But I put the link in the chat. If you get in here, then I can hear you. But I cannot hear you. I can read what you're saying. What are you talking about? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You keep saying, can I hear you? Girl, no. You gotta hit the link. See the link? That's right here. But anyway, how did y'all like the interview? How did y'all like the interview? Nobody ain't saying nothing. But anyway, the link for the barbecue is jjbbq.com for the barbecue sauce. That's for the barbecue sauce. If anybody want, let me highlight it. If anybody want to get some of that barbecue sauce, I'm gonna taste it, but I ain't gonna have it before my birthday. But I can order some and I could just have it. Oops, sorry. What happened? What happened, bitch? What happened, boo? Bitch, I'm gonna look. What happened? Everything okay? All right, there you go. Now you up here. Now you up here, Jackie. I see you now, honey. I'm about to add you, okay? Don't get
Yeah,
up here acting a fool.
thing on there that was notifying me that you was on, but I ain't know how to get on there.
Well, you on the stage now. You on the stage now. Everybody can see.
Oh shit, no. I ain't got no light on, you can't see me.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the link for the barbecue sauce. I wrote it down. So yeah. Yeah, but about this lady Tiffany girl, you gotta go through some of my fucking videos. I've been talking about her lately and shit.
Who?
Tiffany Henyard.
Oh, Tiffany Harriet.
Yeah.
What you say, Hayyard?
Yeah, Henyard. I call it Henyard.
The Haynes. Haynes in the pig.
Was that
Hey.
this motherfucker? Let me show you. I ain't even gonna show you how she used to look. Fuck that. But she look great now because she the man now. But yeah, she girl. She over there stealing them people money, robbing them blind. Million with an opinion in a motherfucking building. Where you been at, nigga?
Who is that?
My peoples, girl. My peoples. They be coming through sometimes. Yeah.
At the house or online?
Online, girl. Don't nobody come and visit me. Just like the female Lil Wayne, yo. I can't, yo. You always come through goofy. I was so impressed. Great job. Big in my prayers. Yes, bitch, on my look. I loved it. So did y'all get the barbecue thing? Cause I'm about to take it down.
JJBBQs.com.
Yeah. If you ain't got it, I got it. I can give it to you. You know.
I only see me on here.
Welcome my sister to the stage. Welcome my sister to the stage, y'all. Hey, turn up for my baby.
Hey.
Bitch. It's my birthday coming. It's my birthday.
You know that? And it's also the nation's birthday. So what you say? Why can't see nobody?
It's my motherfucking birthday.
Why can't see nobody else?
Because everybody in the chat, if they come up, then you can see them. Vegas said, hey.
Nothing either.
Listen, we can have a party if I finish my commentary. I'm gonna finish this last you can stay up if you want, but I'm gonna finish this last interview because one of my subscribers told me to What happened?
Something about the weed.
Oh, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But anyway, yeah, one of my subscribers told me to check out the rest of. No, that's not sister cuz. That's not sister cuz. That's my sister. That's my son aunt. That's my son aunt. Well, that's my sister anyway, because I knew her before the fuck. I knew her brother. And she should have told me don't mess with him. Because
I tried to warn you, but you was so fucking.
Want me. Bitch, you ain't want me. Use that. Yes, use it.
Talking.
All right, well, we were talking about Tiffany, so we about to play the rest of this.
Man, I can't see nobody, nothing. I just see me and you.
Cause you gotta look at the chat. Look at the chat. You on your phone, right?
Yeah, at the bottom, push chat.
Push chat, yes. And that way you can still be in the show and you can still see the chat and what's being said in the chat.
Chat.
You see what I'm saying?
Girl, I don't know how to do this shit.
Me either, but you gotta learn. With practice, it's learning. That's how I had to learn. But yeah, I didn't tell you. But anyway, I'm about to put my shit on so we can watch the rest of this because the girl told me that it get real good before my people start leaving.
Okay.
You got it now?
Yeah. Hey, Major.
How you can hear him? He outside.
Oh, I thought that was somebody else.
No, that's me with the opinion. All right, so we're gonna get into Yeah. All right, so y'all, we're gonna get into the rest of Lavelle Redmond because she is absolutely turned all the way up. I'm trying to feel like bitch, I should have came over. Yeah. Shit. So let's get into the rest of this. It's just like
see no
like I said, it's probably like 10 minutes.
Yeah, with everyone in the city, this shit's stupid.
But one of my subscribers told me that it gets
Yeah,
good.
you take your next mug shot, you're gonna look like you aged 10 years.
Oh,
Trust me.
wait a minute.
You're gonna look like you aged 10.
So this is the part where he's going to be talking about Tiffany. And hold on. This is the part that he's gonna be talking about Tiffany and how she gonna be in jail. So we about to check the rest of this out. Hold on, I'm about to meet you, girl.
You coming to my house?
I think she fumbles on purpose. See, I think you fumbled your purpose.
He said, "Oh, how cute."
I have to say this. I don't know if you put this out here. I hope to God you don't go to prison. And I know that it's gonna offend some people because they much rather see you there because of all the nastiness you've been doing, keeping up all the chaos and catastrophe. I hope you do not go to prison simply because you do have a very weak mind. And if God sends you there, he's not going to send you there to punish you. He's going to send you there to get your attention again. And when I tell you, God will break you into pieces to get your attention. That's it. You're going to end up in a cell the size of a bathroom with a woman you may or may not get along with. I hope she thinks she's cute. And I'll be honest with you. I heard a lot of people come out with the funny commentary about, you're going to get chicken and all that on certain days and all that. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you one thing you don't believe nothing nobody else tells you. When you go to prison, you're going to lapse into a darkness so deep. Depression is going to set in on you. You're going to come out begging God to give you a second chance. And you are never going to be or get afforded the opportunity that he initially gave you. You're going to learn to stop playing with God's name at board meetings. Stop saying that God gave you the opportunity to do it. I know God wholeheartedly. And I was one of the most hard-headedest little boys on the streets. And God broke me into pieces in prison to the point where I lost my memory for a while. I didn't even remember my birthday. I was so depressed, I had to keep my head down. Guys, you told me, lift your head up, man. Don't let them see you sweat. God destroyed everything I was to rebuild me into what I was. So when you see these guys on the news putting me out there saying, why JB don't look depressed? Why he don't look like it's tearing him down? Man, God rebuilt me into a warrior. So it don't faze me. But you're 41 years old. I hope to God the feds don't take you to prison. Because if you get out at 60 and that gap between you reaching 60,
oh, she going down.
She's going
down.
Absolutely.
Destroy you. And when people see you again, when you take your next mug shot, you're going to look like you aged 10 years. Trust me. You're going to look like you aged 10 years. They're going to send you to the B of I. You're going to take your first mug shot. The second one, you're going to look like you're 10 years old. The third one, ain't nobody going to recognize you no more. They're going to take the wig off your head. Just listen to me. This is not joking. They're going to take the wig off your head. They're going to issue you 3 orange jumpsuits, shower shoes, and some white girl shoes that look like the Brady Bunch.
Hold up. They going to take the wig off your head.
It look like the Brady
They going to take the wig off her head and she only going to have she going to have like 5 strands of hair. Unbelievable. Stop it, yo. Stop it. Why he had to say that?
Not the wig and the Brady Bunch. He will strip you down.
You're going to have to bend over, squat, cough, do all that for the rest of the time you're in there. They're going to put you in the cell with somebody that almost always is going to have a mental problem because they don't have mental houses no more. They send them all to prison. What you do, buy your food from commissary. Make sure that you eat everything that you open because you can have a cellmate that will spit in your food. If she's on her administration, she may put that in your food. I'm just telling you what you're about to experience. This is what you're about to experience. You may be in there with a bully. You may be in there with a crazy redneck. You may be in there with a serial killer. You may be in there with a one who drowned her kids. whatever the case is, the likelihood of you being in the cell with somebody with a mental problem is probably 70 to 30.
Wow.
You're going to be victimized, or you're going to be a celebrity for a little while. Because one thing about prisoners, a lot of them, is they like snakes, cutthroats, and con people. So you will survive off that for a very short period of time. But in the time that you do serve, you will be in a cell with probably 200-300 different people. They're never going to keep you in a cell with the same girl. So if you get along with somebody, they're going to break that up by putting you in a cell with somebody that may not get along.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to smell another woman's shit. This is what you're going to do for the rest of the existence if the feds take you in there. If they take you in there, you're going to be housed among some of the most dangerous people that you could ever imagine. And all the games and the smile and I can love you and you ain't nothing you going to do about it. Ain't none of that shit going to work in there. None of it. So while you may be laughing next to your significant other in the bed, like, look at this clown JB talking about, trust me, everything I'm telling you is going to come to pass. That's going to be the very worst experience of your life. And when people see you in Dalton again, should they see you again, you will be a different human being. Trust me.
And that man might go back to his wife if she'll take his dumb ass. So I'll say this. This is what I'm going to say. The reason why I asked him to talk about when I saw him again was because JB found me. I was looking for him. He found me. He was pretty upset, very visible. He actually came and said, step outside. I said, in a minute. I came outside and we talked.
So, yeah, bitch, we don't know how long it's going to take for them to arrest her, but we did hear that the FBI is there and still doing the investigation. So basically, it's up to the FBI. I guess they trying to, girl, it might be a RICO charge. You seen that Stan Brown live? He got the fuck out of there. Remember that last meeting? He was like, wait, hold up, let me understand this. Is the FBI looking at us or you? And they was looking like he was like, no, I'm trying to understand. Like, I'm for real. And after that, he got the fuck out of there. He don't want no parts of that because he must have did something fucked up too. You feel what I'm saying? He got low. He wasn't even at the last meeting.
Cheers.
And he ain't gonna be probably at this one. He become this July. The meeting should be on the 2nd. Monday is the 1st, and the 2nd is Tuesday, and the meeting should be we covering that too. But he got low. He don't want no parts of that shit.
Meanwhile,
He don't
back
want
at
no
the
parts of that. So now, hold on, Jackie. So now you done got 2 trustees. Andrew Holmes, he only came for that vote. We gonna see if he gonna come to the next one, because if he don't, she fucked. Only who the other one that's on her side? She only had 2 trustees left. Everybody else, Jason House, fucking Norwood, Belcher, and Tammy, they don't fuck with her. It's going down. It's going real. She really gonna be fucked up, because when the motherfuckers talking about the feds and all this shit, niggas start getting low because they already know they done fucked up. He know he done fucked up. Andrew Holmes know that he done fucked up. Who the fuck else you got? She gonna have to go. The election next year? Her term is up next year.
2025.
I
February.
think I don't know. I got to check into that more. But I think she gonna probably step down. She gonna step down because Jason House is up next. If she step down right now, Jason House in that seat. What that lady say, unasked that seat. And she ain't trying to. She trying to go down. Because she feel though she ain't did nothing wrong, but she knows she done fucked up. You know you done fucked up. Just give it up. Like, when the feds is in the town, I don't give a fuck what they going to show, but You laundering money. You
Stephanie Rose,
fucking
Dixie, let's just keep the line going.
no, yo. This lady Tiffany did
Even
way
know
more. No, Jackie. Let me tell you, this bitch did way more than Stephanie Rollins. This bitch laundering money. She switching money. She cashing motherfucking $15,000 $500,000 checks and all of these shit and this that, and the third. But this like you gotta girl, if you go back to my shit, you
If she
gonna
was,
see.
she wouldn't even have kept that shit in a regular bank account. She'd have done a Swiss. See, that's how stupid that the fuck she is. See, she not realizing that you think you're so smart that you just ridiculously stupid.
Nah, yo, stop
How you
stealing.
doing like that with
You
that
got
type
listen,
of
hold on.
guns and
She got
that you
2
gonna
jobs.
walk around and
Got
nobody
2
gonna
jobs.
do it?
Actually she got 3 fucking jobs. She's a mayor, she's a township supervisor, and she's a liquor license supervisor. Girl, please.
So she
You
wanna give
getting
you
money. Why do you need to steal? That's what I don't understand. That's
you get
greed.
money all the way around the board. All of those offices she hold is a nice piece of change. Why would you need to? Because they being greedy.
Cause she greedy, yo. And guess what? Greed gets you what? In trouble. And that's
But
why she
no,
gonna do
think
right.
about it in a scenario. Maybe it's not the money may not be going all in her pocket. Maybe she got to pay people too and keep paying them to keep their mouth shut. And that's why she probably needs so much money. It may
Doesn't
be a
fucking
conspiracy behind
matter.
it. She may
At
have to
the end
pay
of the day, if you're
to keep.
not doing nothing wrong, you shouldn't have to pay nobody to keep quiet. Because they're gonna find all of that out too. So
Right.
everybody, this is probably gonna be a Rico. I'm telling you.
Start to form and they get to rolling, they get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like if somebody's trying to blackmail you and they say, give me $10,000 and they say, I'm gonna give you the copy, but they got another copy anyway, they can keep blackmailing you for more and more and more and more, just milking you until you say, fuck it, let the shit be exposed because I'm tired of it. Maybe that got something to do with why she need to be stealing all this money. Maybe she got grease a couple palms and put a couple thousand in a nigga pocket for real. Because what is she doing with all that when she already got a nice base income? I'm telling you, there's something else behind that, and it ain't out yet. But
But I'm
hey,
trying to tell you, I think it's gonna be a Rico charge and people is
I don't
leaving
think she
before
wanting
they
all
get
that money
to that
because she wants
point.
to start that to get all that money just for herself. She risking that to get money to pay somebody over top. She paying somebody. She got to be to shut up. That's that hush money. And she might got to now they want more. Now they want more. Now they want more. She
This
might
shit
got
is
to.
deep.
I mean, what do she really need with
Well,
all of this?
look. We gonna finish the conversation. I'm gonna play the rest of this because it's not that much longer, and then we can get back into the business. We can talk. All right, boo.
Hey, baby.
But this is the thing. When I talked to this man, what he said literally shook my understanding. And that was the first time that I had heard of his perspective versus everything that I saw in the news. And why did I want to get that out? Just because I believed it. And I still do. And then we did the research. The accountability law is a real thing. And it's so crazy because here is a man who matriculated a difficult childhood and became something that he was proud of, only to have it snatched from him from somebody that he protected, that he loved, that he cared about. And then he sat silent while we, the public, tried him again in the court of public opinion without doing the necessary research. I say that to say this. He said it right now. He's going to write a book, and I wish that you had already done that. I didn't know that that was something that you planned on doing. But we plan to make sure that we let you all know that, and we're going to support it. But today, I heard your voice and I feel your heart, and I think that you are a damn honorable man for this. And I want to thank you for giving us this opportunity and this understanding. And I even thank you for the end. And we do all of that. He literally, as a technically innocent man, just gave an experience to a woman who has an opportunity to at least change the course. God is a God of mercy. He is a just God. You ain't keeping that seat regardless. Prophets and already told me that. Well, I ain't gonna talk that long. I'm getting hot. Well,
Yeah, bet your underarm sweaty.
now I just sat here and listen to you talk. When I talk now, you want to get hot enough swing. But listen, seriously.
Listen that button.
You as a innocent, you as a woman that is now your decisions are going to determine what happens to you. The stuff that's been done has already been done. But this is what I'm going to tell y'all. The culture of corruption and covering up things, disrespecting the trustees, thinking you all are going to get away with it, and now acting like y'all going back to business as usual, it's not going to happen. There are a lot of things that we know. We got eyes everywhere. We see everything. We hear everything. For example, I know that there was a domestic violence, Quigley, and I also know who took you away from it. That's just an example. You can't beat people up, and then I'm alleged, who was it? Stewart picked you up in that unmarked police car. That and a whole lot of other things I can say. This administration better get one thing understood. Just like I knew that it was a CERT team there. Just like we know of a lot of things that's coming down the pipeline. The gig is up. The jig is up. And if this gentleman, JB, Warren, doesn't do anything else, I hope it tells you to start doing the right damn thing. Give the trustees the information they're asking for. Treat the citizens with the respect that they deserve. And do yourself a favor. Enjoy the payday you already have. And stop stealing from the village of Dalton through real estate.
No, they need a fresh face.
Like RCM. Or with the former mayor of Calumet City. Stealing people's properties. Taking payoffs on the back end. Kim, you was at one of my people's house today, giving another bogus ticket. Learn your job with your uncertified ass.
Oh,
I gave Battery Stubbs a ticket today. She was not doing reconstruction. She was repairing something that was already constructed. And I'm pretty sure that the residents of Dalton would like to have Luna and Empire come and get them carpet. Stop giving them tickets for carpet, dummy. I'm going to stop because I just want you all to get it. It's up. And Lacey, I'll be there. You better take Lolita's police report and wipe your ass with it. Or I'm going to wipe your police report with my ass. Okay. I'm sorry. I needed a moment too. You inspired me a little bit. Anybody mess with me, right?
Around. All right. Everything is bash. If it was a man, you wouldn't bash the woman. Like, oh, you doing this, you doing that. Nigga.
I'm going to
get fresh faces in there with fresh eyes to look at that shit and get down the judge.
I have a final statement, and I hope that you guys add value to your life.
That they could
roll those credits. Stand up for yourself. We're not taking this no more. And don't buckle your seat up because it's gonna get real good in the next coming weeks. Yeah, what next?
I just want to say this.
JB.
There you go. I want to say to the village of Dalton and the residents that I'm sorry for partaking and this woman being hired. I don't hate her. I'm sure a lot of you guys have whatever y'all reason to feel, whatever y'all feel about her, especially homeowners. I personally want to apologize to the residents for my part in placing her in that seat. Many of us did that because we believed in her and we genuinely cared about her. I don't, even to this day, I don't hate her. I think she's a typical story of people who can't handle power and money. She's not new to that. There'll be people that will stand behind her that will do the same thing. A lot of the people who hate her would probably do the same thing she's doing if they had the way to do it. But the fact is that She used that platform to destroy herself, and I feel bad for her for that. I do. I genuinely feel bad for her. I love Rome, her father. Love baby J. I won't look at what she's done and hate her family for that. I do want to tell her if she has, anything left in her head, meaningful. I do want to tell her to be very careful with what she's doing to people out of spite, because you can get a lot more people than just yourself in trouble like that. Think about your family. Think about the people who have to walk the streets and go to work. Think about what you are doing in people's lives. You're making $300,000 a year. You're able to buy your daughter Christmas gifts and all. You literally fired mothers who couldn't give their kids a good Christmas. Because how do you sleep at night doing stuff like that? How do you? How do you? But just know this. This is not a threat. Know this, and I'm only telling you this out of experience. When I went to prison, I went there as a baby boy. When they sent me to the chow hall to eat, when I looked around that chow hall, there was nothing but grown men in there, and I was scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I left prison and looked around in that same chow hall, there was nothing but babies in there. It was hard to find a grown up. So they're locking our kids up at an all-time high. I will say that, you have no idea. Whoever's protecting you politically, if they take their hands off you, and the feds take you in that place, when you leave that place, you are literally going to be a different human being. Like I said, when I went to prison, I didn't go there to change. I went there against my will, and I never changed. I just literally evolved into something different. All glory to God for that. I'm not perfect. I never will be perfect. I don't strive to be perfect. My name is Lavelle Xavier James. Redmond was given to me by my sister's father. My initial name was supposed to be Davis. But since my father didn't see that it was honorable enough to give me his last name, then the spirit told me, you're going to be something new. I don't want this to sound cheesy to you. My name is Lavelle Redmond, but the world won't come to know me as Johnny Billionaire. And
Johnny Billionaire, I'm glad to know you, because if that billion comes with a real billion, I at least hope I get a chicken there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Roll the credits. Have a good night.
Wait a minute. He said his name is gonna be Johnny Billionaire. Well. I guess he's gonna be a billionaire. One day he was gonna be a billionaire fucking with Tiff, because she was paying him extra dollars. You feel what I'm saying? How people they see, and like sis was saying, they get paid shut up money. You feel what I'm saying? That's why the police get paid extra. That's why D Freeman get paid extra. All the motherfuckers that's on her side, they get paid extra because it's hush money. Don't talk about nothing that's going on. We doing this, we moving money, we acting like we selling houses. We gonna sell this bitch like 3 times, and then like come on now, what the fuck? And then a lot of people be scared to basically like Contender, like the guy that had bought the property to get the haircut business. You know what I'm saying? You sold it to him, then you took it from him and all of this shit, and then he had to sell it, and then it's just a fucking mess. Make it sound right. Just like the park people. You like make this shit make sense. The tree people. You acting like you paying them so much money to trim a tree, and then be like, okay, I think allegedly this is my opinion. You can probably say, all right, we gonna pay y'all $1 million, but send me half of that back. You feel what I'm saying? To cut these trees, because that's all you really fucking worth. But we gonna send this to you, but send it back, but put it in this account. And this is why Keith Freeman got in trouble with the fake cancer thing and all of this stuff. Tiffany made him put it in his name and all of this stuff. And then what happened? And right, yeah, hush money. But you already knew that you was going up for bankruptcy. So you thought they weren't going to see these other jobs. And then he got the LNC. He got the LNC that don't have no workers. And you fucking got the motherfucking, what's the money with the stimulus stuff? He got that grant and all of that shit. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing with this money? How much can you literally steal and think you're not going to eventually get caught? Y'all, they stupid. Because you turned around and did bankruptcy. When you do bankruptcy, they look at everything. They all up in your shit. You hear what I'm saying? They all up in your shit. If you got a student loan, they gonna know about it. If you got credit card bills, they gonna know about it. Like, these people just, I don't know. I don't even know what to say, because at the end of the day, y'all making y'all own stuff look stupid. So, I mean, it's just sad that our people is going down like this and setting their own self up for failure. Because that's just basically what it is. You're just setting yourself up for failure. Yeah, it is absolutely crazy. I'm trying to tell you. So there was another interview. I don't even know what to do at this point. I did want to end it, but we can keep on going. What y'all want to do? You know, I don't know. It's Friday for me. I ain't got work tomorrow. Sure, they up in this bitch. I'm in this motherfucker. Yeah, but it's just sad. It's just sad. The whole everything is just sad how the greed is real. And you making money. You don't even have to steal. Unless you're into something that you ain't supposed to be in. I don't even know. I'm not even going to try to figure it out. So on the back of all of this stuff, so one of the young ladies that was doing Tiffany commentary, she wound up suing Jedediah or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I really don't want to get into it, you know what I'm saying, because that is not my business. But yeah, he's going up to a lawsuit and it's just a whole mess. False bankruptcy. Yes, yes. And that's why he got yeah, that's why he got in trouble. Because you lied. You lied and you didn't say that you still work for these people. And yeah. 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 And that's just what it was. And now you still in trouble. Now you still in trouble. So all right. Now you still in trouble. Like, what is wrong with these people? What you think these people is not going to find out? You don't think the government is not going to find. They going through all your shit. The fuck? When you do bankruptcy, it's sad that they get up in your business and you sitting up there. Just imagine standing up there on trial. Like, yeah, because I don't have no, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going bankrupt and all that. I'm trying for bankrupt. Is that, well, sir, hello, sir. Do you have two jobs? You work for the township and for Dalton. What are you talking about? Oh, no. They just fired me yesterday. Because what can you say? Somebody come get me. Somebody come get me. What can you fucking say? Come and get me, bitch. Come and get me. Bitch, stop and look. Come and get me. How the fuck you gonna make this shit up? Ain't nobody lying. Like, what the fuck? You lying, motherfucker. We see that you have a job. And you still working there. What the fuck he thought? Yo. This cannot be happening. This cannot be happening in real life. Like, what the all of them stupid. Tiffany know how to pick them. All of them stupid. And then, mind you, yesterday when we was going through the situations and all of that stuff, what did he say? What did Lavelle say? When he called her phone, he heard the nigga in the back. He don't even want to say who it was. I think he was D. Freeman. I think it was D. Freeman. I don't even believe it. But anyway, whoever the fuck it was, you was supposed to been going with him. So you just baby. You just a hoe. Allegedly. Yo. You can't turn that bitch to a house, man. That girl is gone. She gone. She gone. So we gonna check out another we're gonna check out another interview that happened this week, earlier this week, with Paul and his wife. Y'all know Paul that come up and talk or whatever. So we gonna get into that for a little bit. I ain't gonna leave y'all just yet. 'Cause I'm having fun now. I was mad earlier, y'all. I was he had me worried. He had me upset, but it's okay. It's okay. God got it. Mm, You know. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Two jobs, Riverdale and Dawson. Dawson Cook. Did you say Dawson Cook? Oh yes, you right. Like, why lie though and think that they not gonna find that or ain't nobody gonna know? Y'all remember that little meme? They be like, "Who's gonna know?" And they be doing like crazy stuff, and they be like, "Who's gonna know?" Nigga, everybody gonna fucking know. Like, no, she got Thornton. Thornton, she got Thornton. Riverdale is another little town. It's 17 little cities or 19 or something, like little villages, and all of them together. She at Riverdale too, yes, but it's in the books and shit. It's hard to kind of explain. You gotta look at the map to try to like figure out the geographic of it. But yeah, that too. Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna get into this next video with Paul and his wife that happened earlier also this week. Um Jedediah did this one too. So we gonna tap into this probably for a little bit. Cause I ain't ready to leave y'all just yet. I'm still here, y'all. I'm bored. My man up there doing him playing the motherfucking game as usual. So yeah, I'ma just entertain down here while he playing the game. And it's quiet. We ain't beefing. Yeah. So are y'all ready? Somebody say yeah. Say yeah. Is y'all ready? So this interview happened on Wednesday. So yeah, we're gonna check this one out.
Make this right. Bam, there you go. Y'all got it. Okay, now you guys can unmute. Okay, so you all are unmuted. I don't know if we got feedback. I just cut the production out. Now I can't hear her in the background. How y'all doing tonight?
We're doing fine.
You're doing phenomenal. Y'all looking good. Paul, you got the haircut, didn't you?
Oh yeah, you noticed.
Yeah. That's what I said. Paul, fresh. That be.
I cut it, Jazz.
Serious?
I just in paper.
Oh, you Paul, you the jack, beautiful queen and a barber. You saving a ton of money. Okay, y'all. So look, I want to get into some things. We definitely want to talk about what's going on in Dalton. But before I get into that, I want to be a little nosy. If it's okay, if you want to answer, that's fine. But tell us, how did y'all meet? Because y'all such a good couple.
It was actually because of barber. Well, I played in a band. The bass player was a barber. I was playing piano at a church, and I was driving south. I was going to stop off and see my barber, but he wouldn't answer the phone.
But that's not how we met.
Well, no.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, we like to say that God prepared this relationship. This was sent by God. We met on a interracial dating app. Yeah.
Okay, I love
it. We dated for about a week. It did not work out, but we stayed friends.
So 2 years later, on Palm Sunday, I couldn't get a hold of my barber. I kept driving down the road, and the next day I said, "Oh yeah, that's New Joy City Church of God in Christ. I wonder if Jennifer's still there." She and her son were just getting out of church, standing next to the car, very surprised to see me. We exchanged numbers again. I went in and spoke to her uncle and her brother, who's the pastor. And next thing I know, she asked me on a date.
I asked him to my cousin's wedding.
Exactly.
And from there on, Jack, we talked for about, and then the second week.
Wow. And been rocking ever since.
And been married for almost 8 years.
And her cousin lives in Dalton.
Love it. That's so phenomenal. And so that's what been my next question is, so you all are very fearless fighters and very passionate about fighting for what is going on in Thornton Township and subsequently Dalton. Where is that passion coming from? Because a lot of people are not active. Why are you?
Well, it started with him first. I had no knowledge of what was going on in the beginning when he started going to the meetings, I believe in December. I was watching like everyone else, mostly through YouTube, and just keeping up with all the information that was coming in. But as my husband was going through our paperwork, because we own a couple of homes here in Lansing, and he was noticing that taxes was rising, we were getting billed for so many things. He catches all of that because he used to teach math. And so that is what steered him into that direction, because he was saying some things that wasn't right. So he started going to the meetings. And I'm like, I'm not going. You can handle this. I wasn't interested. I'm not going. You go ahead on. And he did. Until I saw Kamal Woods take my husband out into the hallway. And when he came home, I said, you're never going to these meetings by yourself. I will be with you. And so that is what steered me to this, because I knew that there was something, we have to fight this fight with everybody else. It's not just affecting Dalton, but it's also affecting the Thorntons.
When people ask me how I got interested in the fight, I explain that we moved to Lansing 6 years ago, and I was really pleasantly surprised that we got a property tax rebate from the township. They did that every year that they had a surplus. Then Tiffany Henyard became supervisor, and our mailbox got bombarded with all of these ads for parties and basically campaign literature. I noticed that it had been a few years since we had a tax rebate. And I said, no way can the township have a surplus anymore. So I took it upon myself to try to figure out, what is Thornton Township's advertising budget? I started asking that question in November. Then she put up billboards on the highway. And Keith Freeman actually explained to me that the billboards were a cost-saving measure compared to the magazines and the flyers that they used to mail out. And so that's how I got in this fight.
So you're telling me that, wow. So, I didn't even know that. So you stopped getting the rebates and you started getting advertisement for events.
Yes.
And you loving math, attention, and then ask about and it's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. And that I want to tell you is, and so what sustained you? Why, after voicing that, have you gotten so deep into it? Because you're literally one of the most visible couples in this fight at this point.
The passion for the people, we try to do what's right.
It's a real people's movement. It's not politics.
Right.
The people in the fight aren't self-serving. When I was a kid, I felt kind of the same way during the 1968 elections. There was a lot of hope among young people that, things might really change. The people might actually have a voice. And I haven't felt that way since 1968.
People are tired of hurting. We're tired of seeing people hurting. We have children. All of my children are grown, and have homes. And so this affects them too. We have a grandchild on the way. This is going to affect her if we don't do something about it now. Just so sick and tired of the injustice that is going on. And when I see people like Carl Wilson, whose child was senseless, murdered, and no one, and the Dalton Police Department cares. The mayor, the super mayor, doesn't care. She has a daughter of her own. And I think about it all the time, Jed, the legacy that she's going to leave behind for this child. As a mother of 3 grown children with a grandbaby on the way, I wonder what kind of legacy do I want my children to be able to tell their children as they come along? Definitely, I do not want them to say my mother went to prison for some injustice, something so illegal. And this is what the people of Dalton are going through. And this is what she's trying to do to the people of Thornton. And I'm just, let me tell you, the other night, and I know I'm kind of swerving off, but that other night at that meeting, that wasn't me. I don't act that way. But when you get me to a point where I'm just tired and fed up, you get me to a point where I don't care what comes out of my mouth. I'm like you, Jed. I don't care what comes out of my mouth. I'm going to get you told. I'm going to say what's on my head. And that's just it. And I was just fed up. And so that's what got us started, because we are totally fed up. And we want justice. We want justice.
So I think that this is amazing. The background is amazing, and it makes me just love you all even more than I already do, which I didn't even know was possible. And I just got to tell you, y'all coordinating right now in a beautiful way. Not them nails matching that shirt. Come on, Roberts. Come on, Roberts. Y'all in there. Y'all in there. Okay.
I didn't even realize my shirt matched her nails.
Yeah, I'm looking like, come, girl. I'm gonna stick beside him. Okay, so one of the things that I want to do before we kind of get into some serious stuff here is let's say that there is a person in Thornton Township, or there's a person in Dalton that has not gotten involved, but they're watching. What do you want to say to them? Both of you, take your time.
I would say, do not allow this moment to pass you by. If ever there's a time that we as a people need to stand together, this is the time. Time is passing us by. And we got to stand up and do something. And I know people are afraid, because when I started this, I was afraid. When DeMarcus Quigley brought his ugly back up in my face and tried to intimidate me, I was afraid, because it was something that I have never, ever dealt with before in my life. But as time went on, God began to give me strength, because I'm recognizing, what am I fighting for? Who I'm fighting for. So this is yes, babe, go ahead.
My answer is shorter. If there's someone in Dalton or Thornton Township who hasn't gotten involved, I would simply ask, why do 85% of the people not vote in local elections? Look what it got us.
And that's the first time he's ever been that short.
So let me see, now that just kind of made me want to ask you a question though. Do you think that if more people were voting, do you think that it would have made it less likely for Tiffany to have been elected?
Yes, because she was elected mayor of Dalton with 2,000 votes in a town of about 21,000. Dalton's voter participation was better than Lansing's. The year that Tiffany got elected mayor, only 8.8% of registered voters showed up at the polls in Lansing. What is it that turns off people to the process? When voter participation is so low, Tiffany doesn't have to buy his votes to get elected. She can afford the gas.
I got it. Well, thank you for that that perspective. So right now we're going to play a comment from you, Paul. Let's watch. Oh, wait a minute. Production talking to me. Are we ready to play the comment? Oh, okay.
No minutes.
AI is smart, but it can also help you get smarter.
AI tools are already helping people. It's likely that whatever career you're in will benefit from AI tools. Try it yourself. A great place to begin is the Google AI Essentials course, where I'll help you get started.
Let's Go-Gurt! Want to make snack time magical? Grab a Go-Gurt. Just pop them in the freezer, let it chill, and whoa, so cool! Go-Gurt, freeze to reveal. Try it today.
I did. Yeah. I said what I had to say. She already knows.
She can write 30.
I must start by thanking the supervisor for such outrageous spending and retaliatory behavior, which has created a genuine grassroots movement of people protesting her. On the positive side, my wife and I have made some very good friends recently, all united in the same cause. We never would have met them under normal circumstances. I'm also encouraged that very recently, a couple of the trustees have come forward to state that it should be the trustees listening to the residents who run the township, not the criminal organization who has been calling all the shots. I must also state our frustration, especially since reading the current proposed budget. The finance director promised several months of public engagement in preparing the budget, posted online. Instead, the administration kept the budget hidden from the public and postponed the budget hearing to the very last minute at a time when many were at work. I hope that everyone will help Trustee Gonzalez and the finance director schedule 2 public forums before we give a revised budget to the trustees to approve. 3 of the trustees have already heard my observations on the proposed budget, and that's encouraging. We taxpayers need to know what is so urgent that we must double expenditures, give township staff salary increases averaging 50%, and plunge the township $6.3 million further into the red, or $12.3 million further into the red in just 1 year if the grants don't materialize. I'm not the only one here who noticed the importance of grants in the budget. Last year, the township declared $6.5 million in grant money as income, which helped create the appearance of the surplus that the supervisor has been bragging about. Unfortunately, as of last week, that grant had not yet been received, although Finance Director Hunt assures the trustees that it will arrive by the end of the month. More troubling is the way that grants received recently have been spent. This February, the supervisor announced that she was giving away $1 million in rent and mortgage assistance in 1 month, with a maximum of $3,000 per renter or home buyer whose applications were accepted.
All right, time's up. No, it's not.
That equals at least 333 grants. I hear this with the clerk. I had a minute taken away from me
Did not
last
have a minute
month.
taken away.
And it's not his time. We got 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes. Keep going.
Another 2 minutes.
Keep going.
Finish reading my statement.
Keep going.
You want me to read it or do you want?
Yes, keep going, baby. Keep going.
So much. Can you please
Keep
have a
going. Keep going.
3 minutes. Y'all got to Okay, right. Who's the next person? Trina Downs. Okay, go ahead. You did not sign in, ma'am, so it's Trina Downs is next in line. Trina Downs, you have the floor.
So this February, the supervisor announced that she was giving away $1 million in rent and mortgage assistance that month, with a maximum of $3,000 per renter or home buyer whose application were accepted. That equals at least 333 grants.
She's out of order.
You're out of order.
It don't work like this. I'm gonna go and no other community and do this, so stop.
We run the show. Why did you get shit?
I'm gonna put the room if you keep acting out.
Absolutely.
Trina Downs, you have the floor.
Council, this one like a council. I don't trust none of you. Hello.
Can I ask the attorney a question? Are they supposed to get 3 minutes?
Yes, we are. It's 2 minutes.
No,
So-
I'm not-
Hey, We ain't gonna allow you to
Please answer the
run.
question.
You ain't running shit.
Council. Please answer the question.
You ain't running nothing.
Are they supposed to get 3 minutes? Yes or no?
Yeah, you're supposed to get 3 minutes. You do that shit and don't.
Go ahead, Trina down.
That's the shit you doing, don't, but that's gonna end too.
Order.
What? Some pizza?
Oh my God. Okay, there is so much to unpack in this clip. Alone, I didn't even realize that this is gonna have both of you guys in it. But let me start out right here. The first ring that you got was at 2 minutes and 22 seconds. And you kept reading. What's going on here? Why some saying 3? Why some saying 2? What's up? How many minutes you supposed to get, Paul?
Tiffany actually passed a township ordinance in October 22nd about how meetings should be governed. And it said that public commenters got 3 minutes. The Illinois Open Meetings Act says that public commenters get 3 minutes. So I was trying to ask the attorney, but as I walked towards the attorney, Keith Freeman and William Don't Pray For Me More blocked me from going to the attorney and asking him. When I left the podium, I tried asking him again. Maybe your producer can show the picture of the attorney that Jennifer took. We were not impressed.
So you were going to ask the attorney what was lawful, basically, because you were being cut off.
It was his job to advise the person presiding,
which he didn't do, obviously.
Right.
So, Paul, here's a question that I want to ask you. If you feel okay and transparent enough to ask, at any point in doing this, have you ever felt fear?
Have I felt fear?
Yes. Have you ever been afraid? No.
The law is clear. And we were surrounded by a lot of friends too.
But can I say something, Jack? He doesn't feel fear. Okay, he doesn't feel it, but I feel it for him. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely, as a wife.
As a wife. And he goes into places where, I don't feel comfortable in going. And so as a wife, I feel like I have to be that person to, have his back.
She scolded me for showing Kamal Woods a picture of my son Cube.
I get it.
My car. I said, here's my car. You can take as many pictures of
Okay, and so
I watch cars that are better than that. Get the F out of my face.
And so you went up there, Jennifer, to finish Paul's statement. You didn't sign up.
Absolutely.
And that's what you were doing, finishing the statement?
I arranged it with the clerk beforehand.
He was talking to me.
I thought that was a good idea.
Yes, I went up there to finish his statement. And of course, Tiffany, her doing, wants to call the police officer to have me escorted out. And I told the guy, I'm not going out. You're not going to take me out. So I came back and sit down. But we have a remedy for that the next time.
But you literally got up there spitting out the facts. So did this go from you not being interested, going to protect your man, to now y'all sharing the details and you got the facts to back him up if you need to?
Absolutely.
I love it.
I showed the clerk a full page and I said, there's no way I can read this in 2 minutes. But since Tiffany took a minute away from me last month, do you suppose I can get it back and you can give me up to 4 minutes?
They messed up now. Because now it's on and popping.
There's the attorney.
I love it. All right. Well, here's the picture of the attorney.
Jed, I'll be trying to get him for y'all, okay?
I don't even wait. Was he woke? Was he asleep? What the hell?
I don't know. I'm gonna take this picture.
If he had actually told Tiffany to give the public commenters 3 minutes, she wouldn't have minded him at all. She would have shouted him down. She would have said, hey, this is my meeting. It's 2 minutes because I say so.
That's crazy. So this shout out to Jennifer for the photo and shout out to the Lansing Journal for the video that we just played a little.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Camila. However the fuck you pronounce that shit. But thank you. She is so spoiled with her bad is. She bad as shit. And she is so spoiled. You got a dog too? Can I see your dog? I love dogs. I do.
A little while ago. Let's move forward. I want to play one more clip, and I think this is a clip, if I'm not mistaken, of a confrontation that I need you guys to help us unpack and get an understanding of. Production, let's roll that clip.
Yes, Bristol, my
Hi, we're visible.
Yes.
Getting set to travel this go?
That's why it's so beautiful to have He always stand up for her husband. Because he used to come to the meeting by himself. Alright, so that's the one. If you've been watching, that's the one that Kamal pulled him up after one of the meetings. I think this is the one. And he told him, come on outside. And he brought him outside of the door. And he said, stop taking pictures of the car. And this, that, and that, because they're using license plates for other cars that's not registered to the cars that they are driving. And this is some, they is just doing some horrific shit. You feel what I'm saying? They is doing some horrific shit. So what they'll do is they'll take the license plate off of another car that's registered and put it on another car. But the white guy, the Caucasian guy, Paul, his name is Paul. He was taking pictures of his cars one day, and how did they? That's why it's a lot. It's a lot, but that's why they remember when they were saying that Tiffany bought Kamal a new car and all of this stuff and this and the third, blase, boom. So boom, what he have is two of the same cars, but they are two different colors. But what he do is change the tag. Both of them is not registered. So what he do is allegedly, y'all, because I don't want no trouble. But what he allegedly do is take the tag off of the one car. When he wanted to drive the other car, he put it on there, and then make it look like is legit. But Paul unhinged that story. Yes, I. Hey yo. Oh girl, you so crazy. I love you.
Evil eye.
That's his wife right there again. Ray getting somebody's butt because he is, they think that they can run over top of him. And when he pulled him up, because like she said, he used to go to the meetings by himself. So what had happened was they was like pushing up and bullying on him. And she was like, I'm going. Fuck that. I'm going. Now I'm going. That my motherfucking baby. I don't want to call it no bitch because I'll be like, that's my bitch. But I don't want to just disrespect that lady because everybody don't like that word. But yay, show up and show the fuck out. You already know. You already know. Is y'all man?
And they okay. So I've never seen y'all get on 30,000 in nobody's face. How do we get here? What are we looking at?
Well, I had just gone up to Keith Freeman to remind him that the Attorney General sent him a second notice to answer my FOIA request, and he denied everything. Kamal was standing next to him. I showed him a picture of my car, and Jennifer came to rescue me.
Not necessarily rescue him, but see, my thing is this, Jad. I like to have proof of everything. You're not going to say anything that you want to say to my husband. He's not going to talk back the way that I will. So I'll be his voice while he, has the proof. Okay. I'll say the things that he won't say. Okay. I have no problem with that. But when I seen him go to Keith Freeman, I was talking to somebody and said, oh, hold on. My husband is talking to the villain. Let me go up here. And so I went up there and Keith was, just blaming him actually for something that I did. And I'm sure you probably heard about it.
He told Jennifer that he had no idea who she is, even though we happened to eat Easter dinner at the same restaurant together this year.
But we're not going to make this story long, so we're going to cut it short. What led up to the confrontation was that when I went up there to Keith Freeman, here come
Keith Price,
Kamal. And that's when Paul was telling him, look, I don't mind you taking pictures of my car because he doesn't care about stuff like that. I'm not, I said, I love stuff, okay? And so he was just being friendly and funny. And Kamal told him to get the F out of his face. But then here come DeMarcus Quigley, comes stepping in my face. For whatever reason, said nothing to this guy. And then right after that, and I told him, I'm not scared of you. I'm not afraid of you. Then here come Michael Smith. Now, Michael Smith has been antagonizing me all night long, sitting in the back. And so at one point, you all didn't see that, but I turn around and I tell him, stop looking at me, pedophile. That's what you are. But whatever the case may be, we're walking out the door, and I don't know if, Keith Price said something to me. And I was telling him, why are you blaming me for something that you all are doing? Don't you see these people threatening us?
I told Jennifer, don't mind them. They're just Tiffany's goons.
No.
And Keith Price really took offense at being called goons.
But so before this moment that we're looking at, I heard you say that Michael was trying to be agitating towards you.
Yes, he was. We were sitting, in a meeting, and I don't know what's up with Tiffany's people. If we say anything, if we yell out anything, I have every right to feel the way that I do and say what I want to say. I'm not interrupting the meeting, but you don't tell me, your child, to be quiet. You don't tell me to watch what I have to say. You don't keep your opinion, keep your words to yourself. And so, all of that happening all the way up to that point is what pushed me at the end, because I had enough.
Wow. I commend you all for your bravery and overcoming all intimidation attempts and doing it as a couple. You all are showing the power of a couple. Y'all couldn't be more of the opposite, but no more interconnected. It is a beautiful sight. Who's the first to apologize?
Am I the first to apologize? Well, yeah.
Yeah,
because I sent him downstairs in the basement for a little while, let him work.
Who's the most romantic?
I think I am. He spends the most money.
Romance.
Okay, he spends the most money. Okay, girl, continue. You better. And who was the most spontaneous?
I am.
You're the most spontaneous?
Yes, I plan everything.
That's not spontaneous.
Well, I mean, babe, if
I'm the improviser.
you do improvise.
Okay. Well, I love it. I love it. I love it. So I think if I'm not mistaken, where we go from here is there some more things that Paul, you wanted to show us. Is that correct?
Right. Sure. I'm here to
answer.
My name is Lucy, and I have to figure out who I am.
Jennifer, I don't know if you want to go get a I don't know, but don't leave me, Jennifer. Stay here because I'm gonna come back to you too, okay? So here is something you sent to our
Here we
production.
go.
I'm gonna
Here we
ask you
go,
that you
y'all.
have the floor. I'm gonna leave because I don't have a clue what's going on. I'm gonna just watch for a sec. Go ahead.
Those are just my notes for the proposed township budget. I think, Jed, you were at the meeting May 31st when the trustees voted to table most of the proposed budget. That was a real shocker to Tiffany. I think I made a comment then that the proposed budget just looks like a desperate money grab. It's Tiffany's last chance to grab a lot of tax dollars before she's arrested or in the last year of her term. And you heard the bottom line in the comments that you played about doubling expenditures, average salary increase of 50%. I just added up all of the numbers, and with the help of the spreadsheet, showed the salary increases for each department and some very questionable things in the budget. We can spend a lot of time on this, or I'd rather answer your questions about it than go through an entire spreadsheet. What struck you as odd about this budget?
He wanted you to go through it, honey. I don't know that.
You said that to you, this strikes you as the last good grab, the last greatest grab before whatever's getting ready to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't see other rationalization for a budget like this.
What is the most alarming item on this budget?
It might be an even $1 million in tax relief. I think Tiffany may have put that in because of how I got into this fight. I said, in the good old days, the township had a surplus and the supervisor gave tax rebates. So she budgeted an even $1 million for tax relief. And who knows who she's going to give it to.
Are we able to scroll down? It looks like there's something specifically on here that says questionable
line items. And there's an even $1 million for a new building for the general assistance.
Oh, Jesus.
Why do you need $1 million building just to give out money to poor residents? Tax refund project is 2. Someone is going to get a nice $100,000 bonus under merit compensation on page 43. Professional services is what
Paul got the receipt.
Your producer asked me
He be
about
doing
this
his
afternoon.
motherfucking homework. You heard
I
me.
think that includes
Good.
political consulting.
He should have been the trust.
Last year, they spent $242,000 on professional services. And this year, they're asking to up it to $400,000. And they're very secretive about who actually gets paid and how, if at all, it helps the residents. I emailed a Lansing Journal article about a February meeting where the trustees authorized paying $10,000 a month to Cornerstone Government Affairs for political consulting. One of the trustees told us that for years and years, they've been paying $5,000 a month to a former state senator for pool consulting. And that's basically lobbying senators and representatives so the township gets their fair share of the state money or more. So services that I think Tiffany invests in just to keep herself in power. And that's why we needed some sort of a public forum, a question and answer. Because there are so many things that could be hidden in that $400,000 just in one line.
And it is the job of the trustees to be able to ask those questions and get those answers before they approve and rubber stamp these budgets, which, if I'm not mistaken, and it should be fair to say, correct me if I'm wrong, but she's enjoyed a pretty much rubber stamped board of trustees for over 3 years.
Right, until the last 2 meetings.
Until the last, listen to that, y'all. We don't know how much money has been taken from Thornton Township through this administration because of just blanket rubber stamp voting. And so I do want to ask this question, Paul and Jennifer. There seems to have been a shift to where some of the trustees are starting to now question and remove items and try to right the wrongs. How do you all feel about it? Is it good that they're turning? Are we encouraging of them? Is it too little, too late? Are we still upset? What are you all feeling about that?
You want to go first?
Okay, I think it's good. And I think that 2 of the trustees being named in the subpoenas has something to do with it. I don't know if it's too little, too late. One of the trustees made a big speech saying it's not too late. But yeah, it remains to be seen how closely they'll reach out to residents. Are they going to do anything about increasing transparency?
That like button.
And Chris Gonzalez has always answered some questions from the press and from the public. And he's the one who said to the finance director, hey, cheated the public out of, the engagement process in this budget, the public sessions before we vote on it. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if the other trustees are going to support him. The 4th trustee stormed out of the last meeting upset and came back 12 minutes later. She's still a staunch Tiffany supporter. And coincidentally, her name did not appear in the federal subpoenas.
So before your wife answers, Paul, does any of the current trustees, if you were to vote, have the potential of earning your vote for re-election? Paul?
Not if we have better alternatives.
Okay, Jennifer. So how do you feel about it now? That it seems like
thank you so much.
I would love to give people, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, Chad, but this has gone on for far too long. And when you had the opportunity to do what is right, you could have, but instead you decided to play along in whatever reasons you wanted. Whatever you wanted out of it, you got it. Do I think it's a little too late? I don't think it's too late to do what's right. But I think that a lot of people have suffered because you did all the wrong things for so many years. So my only hope and my prayer, especially to the one who says that he believes in God and he's a Christian, and we all are not. I'm not knocking that because I'm a PK kid all my life and a missionary. But I don't like people using God's name in vain to make people feel sorry for them. We talked to one of the trustees, and I won't say too much about it. But do I believe
what this person say. Let me just answer your last question. Would I vote for any of them? No. I think we need a clean house. And we need to put people in there that's going to do what is right for the people and not interested in filling or lining their pockets with money. I don't need nobody to give me money to own my business. Let me get that legally myself. Let me make money myself the way it is intended. I don't need you to do anything for me. My job, if this is what I'm wanting to do, if I want to be a trustee, let me do my job as a trustee. I'm not going to do anything illegal. So no, I wouldn't vote for them. No.
Heard loud and clear. Brilliant. The Brilliant Disguise asked a question that I thought was pretty interesting, and I put it on the screen. It says, not even Gonzalez.
No, not for me. No, because he stood there. And I like Chris. Don't get me wrong. And I don't want to say anything out of the way. But no, I think that you were complicit in all of this. You could have stopped it a long time ago.
I hope that the other trustees take Chris Gonzalez's lead in voting no when they're asked to approve something that they don't understand. He has been very good about that. The agenda for these meetings is always pretty much the same. It's very simple. There's one vote to approve everything that's in the trustees packet for the general fund. There's a second vote for everything that's in the trustees packet about the general assistance fund, and a third one for the road and bridge fund. But the general fund might have 400 invoices or bids, and Chris gets them just a few minutes before the meeting starts. And he could raise a big stink, but he just says he votes no because he didn't have sufficient time to understand what he was being asked to approve. And I see two of the trustees now joining him in that.
Okay. Well, I think that, first of all, I want to thank you all so much for being on with us tonight and giving us insight into your lives and to what's going on there. I want to ask a final question before I move on to the next thing, and that is, when you all leave the meetings, what is the feeling that you...
So it's an opportunity to link. If you want to, because I'm not gonna be able to get much longer. So the link is open, the chat is open. You know, your opinion is a good opinion over here. I don't give a fuck what it is. Speak your mind, and let's enjoy the fucking the festivity. Let's go. Yeah, don't be scared. A lot of people be scared.
What do you typically feel when you leave the meetings after having to have to fight these things and do it so boisterous and do it so long? How do you feel when you leave?
Solidarity with the residents.
Mm-hmm.
We have some good conversations out in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm. And when you're there,
oh,
turn it up,
Jed.
You gonna turn it up?
We just appreciate
Say
you,
that,
okay?
he gonna turn.
You have
Turn it up.
done so much to get this out there. Yes, the people have done. We thank God. Let me just say that, okay? Okay. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it because I don't have my shades and I don't want to cry. And like you, I would like to put my shades on if I'm going to drop a tear. But I just want you to know, I just want to encourage you to keep going. It's a fight. But God put you here for a reason. For such a time as this.
Don't do it.
And I know a lot of people speak into your life. But God is sending people to be an army around you.
Mm.
And we're one of those. We're those people too. We're going to encamp around you. And we're not going to stop until this is justice has been served. We thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate your people. We love you.
Thornton Township would be in great shape if we had leaders who would listen to people the way that you listen to us.
And don't send us no money.
I'm just gonna say thank you. We were supposed to have a whole different broadcast today, and I'm a strong guy, and I'm gonna give it my all, and I'm in it to the end. But my humanity, my human side, sometimes says, "Is it worth it? Am I of value? Am I a distraction? Am I causing chaos?" No matter how good you feel, you have human moments, and this is what I want to tell y'all. It's the moments like this that give me all of the strength that I was losing. Thank you. Thank you so much, because
You're still enjoying this, aren't you?
Huh?
You're still enjoying this, aren't you?
Hell no. Oh, no. No.
If you're digging what you're doing, keep on doing what you're digging.
No.
He doesn't enjoy it, but it's his ministry.
I mean, and that's why I asked you all this question, because you got to realize, like, I know for a fact we have uncovered, all of us have uncovered insurmountable evidence, and it's like, who expected this to be going on so long? And I've not even been in as long as y'all are, but I'm like, when does this end?
God gets the victory. There's joy in this. There's joy in this.
But you know what? I just gotta. I think about this one thing in the Bible. It says, "A brother is born for the day of adversity," and that is why when it is moments like this, when you spoke, you didn't have to speak nothing to me. It's exactly what I needed to shake my mind, get back to it, because this is the thing. This is the thing. How dare I get tired when y'all have been in this thing so long? So thank you for giving me your strength. I got it. And I love y'all. I do. So what I want to do before we let you go is I want to very briefly, and you all deserve your flowers. And I know I heard you say don't give you no money. I got in my nature, I'm gonna do something. And that is I want to send y'all on a date or something. I'm gonna figure it out, but we ain't gonna argue about it right now, because I ain't gonna argue with y'all. But I'm gonna open up the phone line 773-707-2317, and I'm gonna give the public a moment with you, if that's okay.
That's fine.
773-707-2317. I think we're gonna have an intruder in a minute. He's revving up. I see you. 773-707-2317. My team is saying to the chats, could y'all please consider giving this a like? Let the robbers know and the team know you all are proud of this interview. 791 people know. It's actually 900 people in this broadcast. So if you all could just like it and then call in 773-707-2317. We'll give you a moment with the Roberts. I'm pretty sure they would love to hear from you. As soon as it comes on, I'll bring it onto the screen. While we're waiting for the phone calls, is there anything you all want to say?
Jed, just to tell everybody, that are watching all over, we appreciate all of you all for your support, for supporting Jed through this whole thing. And after this is over, we're all going to celebrate. We're all going to celebrate. Hold on.
I wanted to give credit to people who have been in the fight much longer than we've been. We get the best information from people like Sherry,
Thelma, Mary,
Wiedemann,
Stephanie, all of these people. They have become family to us, and we appreciate them. We love them.
Love it. Thank you. That's wonderful. All right, we got a call. Oh, the caller hung up. We'll call him back. Oh, we can call you back on this show. I made a mistake, push the button. Okay.
Your call has been.
We lost that call. 773-707-2317. You guys can call in and have a moment with the Roberts. Again, we're not going to be doing this too long. So if you're going to call, get off the screen, peel yourself away for a second, make the phone call. 773-707-2317. So, and I think that is amazing that you all are honoring other people too, even in this moment. There are a lot of heroes in this, and they've been consistent, and we thank them for it. Okay, well, we didn't get a call. I know we had a call, they lost it, but I'm not gonna sit here and wait. It doesn't look like we got any calls. And sometimes fears behind the sentence. What else could you really say, right?
Sleep
Again,
fast.
because of your. Okay, we're gonna take the call. I just knew it was gonna happen like that. Carla, you're on the air. What's your name? Where you from? You get the floor.
My name is Susan. Calling to talk to Paul and Jennifer.
They can hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I turned my computer off so I don't get it. Okay. You guys are amazing. I'm in New Mexico and I've been following this for a while. And it's just shocking. Absolutely shocking. And I lost my husband a while back and we were involved in small town politics, and I just understand the feeling of a couple getting in there and doing this together and supporting each other, getting mad at people for giving somebody, your husband, a dirty look or being rude to me or something. And you guys are just, you're adorable. And good luck to all of you in Dalton. And Jed, I'm glad you're sticking around and helping them.
Without question. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
If you all want to respond, you just talk. Calling you, you're on the air. What's your name? Where you from? You get the floor.
Hello?
What's your name? Where you from? You got the floor.
My name is Mona Davis, and I'm calling to say that I think that your platform is.
Thank you so much. All right, I heard you. All right, Carla, what's your name? Where you from? You got the floor. You on with the Roberts.
My name is Darnetta. I'm from South Holland.
Okay.
I want to say that the Roberts are the strongest couple that I've seen on this politician catastrophe, and I've been watching it the whole time. And you too. You've been, I can't even say words don't express what you've been. But the Roberts are the strongest voice that I've heard.
I love it. Relationship goals, right? Go ahead.
Not so much the relationship, but the voice to be heard.
So I would say they are very dynamic and this and the third, but I'm not really interested in people calling in and this and the third. So I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. If y'all want me to, let me know, y'all, what to do. We got 9 people in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Put an I in the chat if you think I should let it play. So I guess all 9 is just trolls. You're trolls. You're trolling like a motherfucker. No, because I'm not really interested in the phone calls. I don't know. Some people might like to listen to that. I don't know. So that's why I'm asking y'all. I'm here for you guys. Let's go. Nobody saying nothing. Let's get it. What's up? Okay. Shit. Bitch, up my look. What the fuck? Alright, I'm gonna let it play a little bit.
With this Tiffany Henyard.
Yeah, relationship. No, but I'm saying relationship goals because I want my boo to fight.
I then, or the team of investigators that we have, because there are definitely loads of moving parts.
Almost got 1,000 people on here watching y'all. Thank you at one time. So thank you all so much for being with us tonight.
Ended on becoming celebrities.
Thank
but
you,
thanks.
Jed.
Yeah. Well,
at a meeting that Tiffany Camp.
Following this for a while. It's just shocking. Absolutely shocking. And I lost my husband a while back and we were involved in small town politics, and I just understand the feeling of a couple getting in there and doing this together and supporting each other, getting mad at people for giving somebody, your husband, a dirty look or being rude to me or something. And you guys are just, you're adorable. And good luck to all of you and Dalton and Jed. I'm glad you're sticking around and helping them.
Without question. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
If you all want to respond, you just talk. Caller, you're on the air. What's your name? Where you from? You get the floor.
Hello.
What's your name? Where you from? You got the floor.
My name is Mona Davis, and I'm calling to say that I think that your platform is.
Thank you so much. All right, I heard you. All right, caller, what's your name? Where you from? You got the floor. You on with the Roberts?
My name is Darnetta. I'm from South Holland.
Okay.
Good. I want to say that the Roberts are the strongest couple that I've seen on this politician catastrophe, and I've been watching it the whole time. And you too. You've been, I can't even say. Words don't express what you've been. But the Roberts are the strongest voice that I've heard.
I love it. Relationship goals, right? Go ahead.
Not so much the relationship, but the voice to be heard with this Tiffany Henyard.
Yeah, relationship. No, but I'm saying relationship goals because I want my boo to fight with me too. But
they've been excellent. They've been heard. I'm hearing them.
I think Jennifer was going to say something to you.
No, I was just gonna say thank you so much. We love you.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you.
Don't stop. Keep it going.
Thank you for calling in. Caller, you're on the air. What's your name? Where you from? You're on with the Robert.
Hey, how you doing? This is Dave from Nashville, New Hampshire.
Okay.
You got the floor.
I just want to say, you guys are amazing. I'm learning so much about this council meeting and quorum, and it's the education I'm learning from you guys. And stay strong. You're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you. Oh, since you brought up quorum, you should know that at a meeting. Oh,
no, you're there. He can hear you.
Oh, at a meeting that Tiffany canceled due to lack of quorum, we brought our next door neighbor. Tiffany thought that she had a new fan. Took our next door neighbor behind the partition so they couldn't be filmed. And she confided in our neighbor that, yeah, I don't think any of these people know what a quorum is.
Oh, is that a true story? I heard that something like that was said.
Yeah,
and you validated that it was true.
She thinks that she can profit because we're simply stupid.
Sounds like a narcissist. Sounds like a Tiffany kind of thinking. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to say thanks again for you all being on here. I want to thank everybody who called in. I want to thank you all for your continuous fight. And remember, if you ever need me, hit me up, hit my production. We coming, and you are always welcome on this platform to come on and to say whatever you want to say. And I want to say again that we love you because I think that the whole team loves you. I'm looking at all my indicators. And we almost got 1,000 people on here watching y'all. Thank you at one time. So thank you all so much for being with us tonight.
Depended on becoming celebrities.
Thank
but thanks.
you, Jed.
Yeah, well, here it's too late now. Okay, just so you know. All right, y'all. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, y'all. That was so amazing and it's so awesome and refreshing to have the Roberts come on and join us tonight. And I'm grateful that they spent that time with us. Before we get off of the live tonight, because again, this is our investigative night. Sorry, y'all, I'm closing the lines. We're going to close the lines for a second. I want to make sure that we also give you guys something investigative. So I'm going to right now bring up one of my investigators, even though we're not dealing with the real estate issue. I want to bring up one of my investigators literally just got out of the freshman class, going to come on here and is going to show you all a connection that was made out of information that they got started with from Paul. This is their case. Dang. You all please welcome my investigator to come on the screen. How you doing?
Hello. How you doing, Jed?
Awesome.
Hello, INA family.
Awesome. And so you're going to help us tonight understand something that Paul initially extracted and you took a deeper dive in.
Yes, because Paul is the money man, he was following the money. So I then, or the team of investigators that we have, because there are definitely loads of moving parts behind you, Jed. There's lots of things going on in the background. We have an amazing, amazing team. We looked into the smaller details.
Wait. And for the record, y'all, it's not Lori. It's not Lori, but they did what they did. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Definitely the spirit of Lori, though. So what I would like to go back to is the article from the Lansing Journal. So this is what, from the tip that we got from Paul, this is how we began to connect some other dots. So in this article from the Lansing Journal, on February 13th, there was a Thornton Township meeting where the residents were locked out of the meeting. Tiffany was not present at this particular meeting, so they voted in a pro temp. Pro temp was Mr. Jerry Jones, I believe his name is. Then they proceeded to call Tiffany over the phone. They called her over the phone because she wanted them to approve some invoices. In this particular excerpt of the article, you can see right there where it says, during the meeting, Gonzalez asked if anyone knew the purpose of 5 payments each of $10,000. So this is what Paul was talking about, and he thought it was odd. That's a lot of money for one invoice going to one place. And it was to be paid to this company called Cornerstone Government Affairs. So that led our investigative team to begin to look into this company called Cornerstone Government Affairs. So that will take us here. So Cornerstone Government Affairs is a political action committee. It is a committee that raises funds for your city. If you were the mayor of a city, then you will hire these people and consult with them and have them lobby for you to bring funds and grants and things to your city. So for this particular branch, they have several branches. The branch in Illinois is located in Springfield. And I just want to say, Paul is a resident, just like all of you listening. The only thing he did was research on his own. This is all public information. As you can see, I left at the top the website for this political action group, so you can go there and actually visit their website. This is public information. On the website, they list the team for Springfield. Under the team, there's 10 people on this team. They all do different things. They have specialties in different areas. So William Cusino, he is the political specialist. So I'm going to give you a few facts about William, if that's okay, Jed. I'll give them a few facts about William Cusino. So we'll go to the next slide. Well, we'll wait. His job previous to working for this company, he was the issues director for the Speaker of the House, Michael Madigan. This is around 2016 and 2015. During that time, he is the issues director. Some of you may want to say, well, what is the issues director? The issues director is the person who handles problems. They are the problem person. If you having a problem with somebody not voting your way, this is the man that you send to take care of that vote. And when I say take care of it, I mean he's going to sway them to vote the way that the Speaker of the House or whoever he's working for wants them to vote. That is his job. Please keep that in mind. He was also the political director of the Democratic Party of Illinois at that time. So this man has a lot of connections in the political arena, in Springfield, in DC. I mean, he has a very long reach. He's been in politics for over 20 years now. So he knows a lot of people. So as I began to dig on and go further on Mr. Cusino, I told you that previous that was his job. So I went from that to go back and see, okay, what did he do as the issues director? So this article came up, the Chicago Sun-Times. Like I said, as a resident, this is all public information. You can look this up. During his tenure with the Speaker of the House, Michael Madigan, there was a political scandal that happened between his administration or the people that work for him in his office and ComEd. So they were going through a bribery scandal with the Speaker of the House. The excerpt that I took from this article, there's a lot in the article, but this is the particular portion that relates to us connecting dots in Dalton. It says, Cusino told jurors he received an immunity letter from the U.S. Attorney's Office at the request of his lawyers, Michael Delgado and Sean Sullivan. Such a letter would typically prevent a witness from invoking the Fifth Amendment on the witness stand. Delgado has a long time ties to the Madigan administration. So where do we know Delgado from? Is he Tiffany's lawyer? You mean to tell me that Delgado has deep ties in politics? He knows a lot of people. Allegedly, he could be due favors because this man, Will Cusino.
And that's why Tiffany think that she's unstoppable. Did y'all listen? Oh, y'all listening. So yeah, we're gonna play a game in a few minutes. Y'all gotta guess my age. My birthday is really 4th of July. So I'm not sure if I'm not playing. I'm gonna show y'all. I ain't even gotta show y'all, but my birthday is 4th of July. So it's gonna be a guessing game, guess my age, and see who's gonna win. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's finish listening. This is almost over.
Was given immunity for his testimony, which means it didn't matter what he said on the stand. He cannot be prosecuted for it. But he also cannot say he plead the fifth. He has to answer the questions. That was the arrangement. Allegedly, possibly, these were some theories that we came up with. This may be why Tiffany feels like she can't be touched. She has the lawyer that got the man that was in the big ComEd bribery scheme an immunity letter. Why would he not do the same thing for her? I mean, she's been paying him the township money. He's riding around in a Bentley. He's living good. So why would she not do the same thing for him? Of course, this is allegedly, but you are seeing in black and white the facts of the matter, how these things relate, how and why the trustees feel like help is not coming, because all of these people are connected. All right, Jed.
Woo! Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to scream like that. I didn't mean to scream like that. Literally took the one tip, the lead from Paul and investigating it. And this is the beginning of the investigation. And here is a very, very, very strong connection that will show you all what I've been saying. And we got a ton more to give. This woman is protected by a lawyer who can consistently kill things in the state. And because he is the Democratic Party's go-to man,
I love it.
one
I
of the
want some
reasons that
more.
Tiffany think that she will skirt from this is because they could just simply try to give up something or somebody else, make a deal. But this is the thing. Actually, I'm not even going to say it. I almost gave away something I ain't supposed to give away. But I'm going to say this. This is what I'm going to say. One of the things that this administration has loved and have gotten away with doing so long is that they, at the last minute, at the 11th hour, will pad the budgets with things that trustees have to vote on literally almost moments when they get to the podium. And if you don't have a trustee in Dalton or at the township that's not going to rubber stamp, that's going to ask the tough questions, that is going to forensically look at these budgets and check out their line items, they're able to mask a lot of their dirty deeds in generalities. And now they want to give this man, what is that, $40,000? Was that $10,000 4 times?
That's $60,000, sir. There's 5 invoices, and they haven't paid since February because Mr. Gonzalez has been asking about these invoices, so they haven't been paying them.
Now,
what is that? Why? Oh shit! I know I'm not fucking crazy. Why did the investigator have Lori Lightfoot? Why she got Lori Lightfoot as her a profile picture? Yo, this got to be crazy. Wait,
now,
let me.
So go back to the last
This
slide.
is crazy.
So literally what we're trying to tell you all in this instance is that Mr. Cusino is the, what is that scandal lady name?
What's Scandal Lady?
The show Scandal.
Oh, I don't watch that show.
What is the name of the lady?
I don't have time. We're working 24 hours.
Person. This is the woman. What is her
Her
name?
profile picture. His investigator. Her profile picture.
This is the
is
Olivia
Lori
Pope.
Lightfoot.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is the Olivia Pope. This is the Olivia Pope that makes things happen, make things go away, make things smoothly. Is it? Am I saying this right, investigator?
Yes, you are.
That is what they do. And she wanted to pay them $10,000 6 times. So here then becomes the question, and this is how you do an investigation. What has Mr. Cusack been working on in Thornton Township or in the village of Dalton? And why are they getting $10,000 payouts for this, to this team? And why is it to a man that was given immunity who obviously comes by way of the same lawyer, Michael Delgado? This administration didn't expect for, so let me say this.
Come on, you
Let me say
guys.
this. We have now crossed over.
We've been on here for 3
And I think
years.
my investigator that's on the screen will tell you into now what is considered to be dangerous territory.
Exactly.
Yes. We have now poked one of the biggest bears.
Exactly. 2 of them. This man and Delgado.
And this is the beginning. All I'm going to say is that you all can do me a huge favor and add us to your prayers because we're getting ready to go down a rabbit hole and it gets real dark and dangerous down there. But it's okay because I believe this whole time that God is with us and I ain't going to stop thinking it now. But literally, people who have gotten immunity on other things, they ain't changed their stripes and their relationships hasn't changed. And now there's a new Speaker of the House. And at one point, his wife was the lawyer of who? Wasn't his wife Tiffany's lawyer?
Yes.
Isn't Freeman sent? Yes.
Yes.
Freeman is also, he has a lot of relationships politically. State, the Secretary of State, so forth and so on. So this is where it gets hard for me. This is where it gets hard for me because there's a few ways for us to get this done. A few ways for us to get this done. But I think that there's one way that we'll get this done a lot faster. It's going to have to be a physical uprising of people. It has to be, they have to see. They have to see They have to see, Dalton, you got to get off your ass. Thornton Township, you got to get off your ass. You all are being robbed in one of the largest townships because they don't think that you all were smart enough to figure it out. And we're beginning to figure it out. You got to get off your ass. I'm one man. They could take me out, but they can't take out a movement. They can't. And the thing is that people don't understand that we're handling people who have millions of dollars, and we're scraping trying to get $1,000 to give to a police officer who did the right thing. I'm not getting on here to put fear out. This is why I get frustrated when I think about these YouTubers playing in our face like we're not doing the real work. There's too much real stuff going on out here for a few grifters.
All right, come on. All right, let's play a game, y'all, real quick. So my birthday coming up. My birthday is July the 4th, like I already said many times before. And I'm about to be in trouble, y'all. I gotta get my license renewed before. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna have to go up there. I don't know. Cause I gotta. I don't know. But anyway, I want to go tomorrow. I'm trying to see what I can do tomorrow. All right, so we're gonna play a guess game. You know what I'm saying? $10 for whoever guess my age for my birthday. We got 9 people in here. We got some good guesses. I only got $10 at this point. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, give me some subscribers. Look, help me. Help me. Get me up to 500. So when I get that YouTube check, it can come get me. You know what I'm saying? You know? But yeah. There's boom. But I want to say, y'all, I do want to say this. All right. So the devil will attack you through people you think love you. Watch your circle. You understand what I'm saying? Just watch your circle. But anyway, let's start the game. Who can guess my age? My birthday is the 4th of July. I'm not going to tell y'all the year that I was born because y'all going to be like, y'all going to know it. Because some people know how to count. Some people know how to subtract it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just guess the mate. Just guess the mate. Just put it in the chat. What's that? Hello? Wait a minute. Y'all here? Oh, y'all leaving. Y'all leaving. All right. So, go what? There's no guesses? Don't nobody want to guess? Yo, y'all niggas getting out of here. They getting out of here. Real quick. Shit, this shit on my own fucking buddy. Ain't even made no money off this YouTube shit. Oh yeah, I did. My best friend sent me some cash apps. That's the only thing. All right, so anybody guessing? Ain't nobody playing the game? Y'all ski 38. Hey, Fat Mac. No, I am way older than 30. I ain't way older than 38, but 38 is good. That was a good one. Hey, I feel sexy. I feel sassy. Yeah, but I'm older than 38. I'm gonna give y'all like 2 minutes more. So, I mean, y'all can make another guess. Yeah, one guess ain't got to be the first guess. I mean, shit. Your first guess ain't got to be the first guess. You know what I mean? It said 44. Then you went from 44 to 40. Anybody else got a guess? No. All right, so no, you went over. Based on my look, you did 44. I'll be 45 on my birthday. So yes, honey. Yeah, I'll be 40. I'm 44 now, but I'll be 45 on my birthday. I'm coming on here for my birthday for a little bit, for just a little bit. I'm about to I got you, bitch. So my look. Let me know when you get it. Bitch, I said she 14, bitch. No. How the fuck that? Bitch, send me that full back. I done fucked up. You know, this brother got sick. I done fucked up. Damn. Bitch. You got it? That's a bitch rent money right there. That's my motherfucking mortgage money. You already fucking bitch. You keep the $10. Do you see it? So y'all, it's about to be the end of this one. But I love you guys, everybody. Wow. Bitch, no, you better send the rest back. You only get 10. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.